All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. I am doing good. We have reached the end of yet another week. Here we are. And what a week it's been. Some interesting times in the market, some interesting times in the world. It's just, I'm feeling encouraged today. I think it's going to be a great trading day. I think it's going to be a good day overall. At least I'm hoping so. So there you go.
I'm hoping as well. Yesterday was my first real tough day, man. We've been spoiled. We've been having some really good trading, but yesterday was tough. I had 3 back-to-back red trades. Just couldn't figure something out. And I said, let's just stop forcing it. But small losses. Like they'll go my way, come back right to break even, and I didn't trust it, so I got out. Tried it twice, didn't work.
What?
I said, okay, let's. I'm not gonna. I'm out of sync with the market. I'm not getting my way here. Let's stop. But yeah, man. Other than that, we've been spoiled. This market has been awesome. As we take a quick look at the SPY, hitting all-time highs yesterday. And just hovering below it. Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, there's a good lesson in that. For all of our traders out there. I know you guys are here in the morning to understand, what's coming, what's happening in the markets. But we talk trading. You're absolutely right, Carlos. Yesterday was a tough day. I was hearing it from a lot of our members in the room. And for myself, I didn't find a trade all morning. I was here with you before the market opened. My first trade of the day came at 3:51 p.m. So, if there's one thing I pride myself on is I am good at staying out of trouble. Sometimes too good. But yesterday, I honestly didn't see any trades, and I was sitting here watching all day. The first time I thought there was something good worth trading that met one of my criteria, one of my trading criteria, was at 3:51 p.m. And in fact, I had the opportunity to close the day with one of our other moderators, John. And if anybody knows John Hiltz, he's got a good acerbic sense of humor. And someone in the room said, "Peter, why didn't you trade this?" And I can't remember what stock they were. Rocket Labs. And then you look at Rocket Lab, and yesterday Rocket Lab was on it just had a momentum move up all afternoon. And John answered for me. He said, "Why don't you just ask me why I didn't go skydiving?" It's as relevant a question. I don't skydive. The same reason why I didn't take it. It was a great momentum trade. I am not a momentum trader. So, it's just not a trade that I would take. So, it's one of those where sometimes that is the hardest thing to do in the markets, isn't it? When you're just not seeing what you want, just to say, you know what, nothing's setting up, so I am going to do nothing. That is not trading. That is actively, trading in the markets, but you're just watching. So there you go. So there's a very early, maybe rant, education.
Yeah, it's
support,
a mini
call
rant.
it what you want.
Yeah.
A little mini rant, but I think it's important because we trade and we're looking for trade opportunities. But the key thing in the long run, if you want to be successful, is being able to identify opportunities when they present and staying out of trouble when they don't present. Right? And it's hard sometimes to ignore the noise around you, especially when sometimes there may be people who are like, "Look, I just made $1 trillion trading something," and you look at it and you go, "Yeah, that looks like a great trade. Shame I wasn't there for it." It's really hard to just sit and say, "Oh, well, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, watching and waiting for the next trade." So there you go.
So great answer by John. I'm sure you know what had another great answer to that. Jared. I would have loved to hear Jared answer that question. Somebody asked him that. Jared could get it nice and spicy. I love it. All right, let's friends. Sure. Let's jump right to it. Let's take a look at. He says, "I dare you to ask me." It says Jared in chat. Our gappers list, nice and calm today, which again, it's not bad. It's been hectic. It's been wild. There's been a lot to go through. We've been almost every show, Peter, we've been running slightly late and rushing through things because just so much to look at. Tons of earnings, which I believe we have some today, but it's been busy. And this gappers list, not as busy to start off the day this morning. A couple of things on here that we'll dive into and see what's driving them. Nothing on the gap down today, but this is the calm before the storm, man. We got a busy week coming up next week when it comes to earnings. We got 5 of the 7 magnificent stocks reporting, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Let's dive in on the first one here, Peter. ALUR. Yeah.
Can we go back? Sorry, I've thrown everything off here this morning. How about the economic calendar?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Do we have anything going on there?
Yeah.
I'm on Friday
So,
mode, man. I'm ready to start the weekend.
yeah,
I'm just like, there's
that's all
nothing
right, man.
happening. Let's,
Well, it's reasonable.
yeah.
Look, when I start with a rant, it screws everything up. So,
It is all good,
anyways,
my friend.
uh, so the economic calendar, there's nothing happening first thing in the morning. We do have two things coming out a little bit later, 9:45, as you can see. We have the U.S. services and manufacturing PMI numbers that are coming out. I would say those are of moderate impact. They don't always sort of move the market. Every once in a while they will. So we'll have to look and see, because it's been a wild card this week as to what's going to move the market and what isn't. I thought the Trump speech yesterday, right in front of Davos, might have a big market impact. It did. If you look really close, momentarily the market moved, but really not much. And then later at 10 o'clock, we have home sales, right? So existing home sales come out, and the consumer sentiment. Again, both of those, I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it. If you're in a trade, be aware of it, but you probably don't have to change what you're doing. I'm going to say that, and the market's going to go nuts on these things. So who knows? But just so you're aware, that's what's happening. 9:45 and 10 o'clock is when you got to worry about that. After that, there is nothing for the rest of the day that should affect the market, at least from an economic calendar point of view. So again, the general theme, I would say, of relatively quiet economic events continues through this Friday. All right, Carlos. Now we can get back to looking at the gappers list.
Yeah, let's
Put us
do
back
it.
on schedule.
So here we have first one on deck is going to be ALUR this morning, and they're up 314%. I mean, massive gap up today. So obviously, hopefully some news. 32 million shares traded right now. There is no shares to short on this one, so you can't short it. Hard to borrow at the moment. And it's a 1.9 million shares float. So Allurion Technologies, I can only imagine what kind of AI stuff these guys are doing, or quantum whatever. But man, up 313%. Peter, what is driving this massive move?
Yeah, it's I don't quite know what to make of this program. This feels like danger. So the company's called Allurion Medical, or Allurion Technologies, and they've got a treatment process that combines their Allurion balloon, that's what they called it, and the Allurion Virtual Care Suite. That in a study recently, they call this their GLP-1 therapy, have allowed patients to lose significant amount of weight while increasing body mass. You know how you get these, muscle mass. So this feels like one of those, how about a Captain America? You go into the pod, he goes in a scrawny kid, you come out Captain America. I think that's what they're doing. I'm honestly not sure. It just sounds like a too good to be true. It sounds like one of those pills that, is supposed to make you lose weight and look fantastic and give you Botox at the same time. I don't know, man. But anyways, look, 571 patients are in this trial. Apparently, they have shown strong positive results, and, it's working, I guess. So, hey, look, I'm not here to take the therapy. I'm not here to convince you to take the therapy. What we can look at is the stock price. And like Carlos said, it is up like, I want to say, anyways, it's up a shit ton. It's up 32 million shares traded, 326%. Heck, I don't care if the therapy works or not, man. The stock is working. So, put it on your list if you want to. It's a high risk one that I'm probably not going to be trading. I think I want to watch it just for the fun of it.
We have to.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to find out more about this treatment.
Oh my God. How are you adding mass? That's the question. What are you actually adding? What? I don't know. This is funky stuff, but it's like a train wreck. You have to watch it, so I will. AULR will go on my list here. Anything, man, to just not get outside and run and not get to the gym. Whatever you could do to avoid these two things and get the results are going to be big money, man. It is just, it amazes me. It's wild. All right. On deck this morning, tons of volume, as you can see there. It is on fire. I'll put it on my watch for entertainment purposes. Next on the list, EVAX. What do we have going on here? 106% gap up this morning. We have 21 million shares flow on it, so some big numbers on it as well. Biotech also, Peter, this morning. So a couple of biotechs leading the way. 35 million shares flow, so a little bit higher than that 1.9 we just looked at. What's the news driving this one?
Well, these guys are out to cure cancer, or at least some aspect of cancer. They are closing a phase 2 trial very positively for their vaccine, the EVX-01, which is a treatment for advanced melanoma or skin cancer. So apparently it's seen positive results, and they announced the results of that trial, which is why EVAX, or Evaxion Biotech, is jumping up this morning. Again, like you said, Carlos, as soon as I say biotech, even I get a little itchy under the skin. I'm like, I don't think that's a thing I want to trade. Sounds risky to me. Yeah, but you know what? Jared's been on these crazy things recently, so maybe he's already in it. Who knows? But if here's 2 in a row that go wild. We'll Allurion and Evaxion. Apparently, if you end in ION, it's a good day for you in the biotech world.
It is a good day if you're gapping up pretty nicely this morning. Both of them hard to borrow, lower flow stocks that won't make my list this morning. Next, we're going to go to another, seems like RNAZ, RNAZ. So Transcode Therapeutics, another therapeutics biotech type company. We are up here 33%, 1.4 million shares traded. Also cannot short this one. And the flow is about 700,000 is what I'm showing on tradingterminal.com. So man, my list's not looking too good this morning for my style of trading. Peter, anything on this one?
It's weird. It feels like a Monday. Normally it's Monday when we get all these biotechs on the list, but here we are on Friday. Yeah, this is called Transcode Therapeutics. And once again, phase 1 clinical trial where this one feels a little sketchier, where they really have just had their very first patients enter the trial after their preclinical phase 0 trial. So, okay, that's nice, but there's no results yet. So basically they've been approved to give this to a real human. So that's the only reason I see that it's moving. Yeah. All right. This is a cancer again, by the way, another cancer treating company.
Yeah. Always wishing these companies luck, man. Hopefully that happens during our lifetime. But man, history has shown that this is one of those tough things to cure. All right, up 50% right here, 1.5 million. The pre-market action looking interesting, hitting high of the day and trying to get going. It has some history of actually hitting some really big numbers. Look at it yesterday, right? Went up all the way to 1250, looks like that's what we'll call it, and slammed back down. How clean that was, I don't know. But if you're a low flow trader, this is definitely in play for you, and it looks like it has some potential because it just did it literally yesterday. So be on the lookout for that one. All right, let's take a look at DWTX. What do we have here? This is another low. Man, it's low flow mania this morning. Take a look at our trading terminal gappers list today. So we got low flow, another low flow. And now we're looking at DWTX, which is also a low flow at 1.2 million shares traded. We got a couple of gap down that just showed up on the list. So we'll look at what's driving those in a second here. But DWTX. We are up 70%, 1.8 million shares traded. I don't like when stocks do this, right? This thing had a nice high already. It came up here, hit 26. Since then, it's back down to 15. Yesterday had a crazy day as well. Just be careful, man. This is someone in the chat room called this the Widowmaker, and yeah, it kind of looks like it. But be very careful. Peter, this started moving yesterday. What continues to move it today?
Yeah, it was news on a treatment again. It's so weird with all these biotechs here at the end of the week. Normally these are beginning of the week things. Anyways, this company's called Dogwood Therapeutics. They had a phase 2B trial, and as Carlos is pointing out here, you can see it moved yesterday. This is really just a second day play at this point. Will it continue to be in play? Maybe. I don't know. We got 1.8 million shares. It is hard to borrow, which means you can only trade it to the long side right now. I don't like the look of the pre-market action myself, so not that I would probably trade it anyways, but I'll even less likely. I might just go to, the Ions, Allurion, or Evaxion. Trade one of those.
There's definitely many to pick from this morning off this gap up list. Next on here is NVO, a stock that we actually do know here. And they're up 12% this morning, 4.1 million shares traded. So you do got a nice pop today, Peter. I mean, this is nice. Pre-market action looking very active. You can short this one, Novo Nordisk, which you know very well. Peter, obviously some news treating this very nice this morning.
Yeah, like this is a big company, and I'm surprised at how much it moves. And it's always seems to be because of their weight loss drug. Like you said, Carlos, man, it is a big seller. People they want to buy the dream. They want the pill that's going to help them avoid actually doing work. And people keep falling for it. Like look, this is me. I'm going to be an old man for a second. I guess I'm always an old man, but I just, you know. The guys, the pill doesn't work. It's the rest of the stuff you put in your pie hole. Okay, that's the thing that makes the difference. So anyways. Novo Nordisk has strong early stage results on their obesity drug, another miracle drug that is supposed to help you with obesity. I mean, 'cause I think everybody's coming down off the Ozempic high. They're starting to realize Ozempic is like not. Anyways, I was reading some material because I wanted to get to understand why this was such a big thing, and it's fascinating, right? Because actually, if you take Ozempic, you get this early stage drop in weight. It's almost universal. Everybody experiences it, but almost everybody after 6 to 9 months gains all the weight back, and more if you don't stay on the drug. So it's just it's a crazy scenario, and the cost of it is more than like all of eating better, gym sessions, all that stuff combined. So if you're going to spend that much money, maybe spend it on the stuff that is like known to actually work. Anyways, all right, enough ranting. Novo Nordisk, positive early stage trials, stock is jumping. This one is one that has more potential to continue moving throughout the day. If you want to play a biotech, you want something that's maybe a little more stable, just because it's a bigger company with a little more weight, more institutional buying and hold on this, it might be one that you could consider. Me, probably not, but that's my opinion.
Yep, absolutely. I actually like this one today, so I will put it on my list. But I'm with you. You gotta like the way it moves. Today they look great. Let's see how the market open treats it. Normally not a great trader. I like that they're covering this gap down they had back in December. So we're just at the kind of midway point of there, at least from the pre-market high. So let's see where it goes on NVO. And then here we have two more. We have Lunar and Riot. Let's take a look at Lunar this morning. LUNR Initiative Machines. These guys looks interesting for a possible breakout there. But they're up 3.1, 613,000 shares traded at the moment. Pre-market action just not great right now. I do like the daily more than anything for the most part. Again, typically not a stock that I like, but the daily does look pretty promising if we can get going here. Peter, this one looking good on the daily. Pre-market action still needs some work.
Yeah, Lunar had some good news where they were given a study contract by NASA, so they are one of the favorite partners of NASA. And NASA is if they could do, one things that they do very well is they're good, I think, at naming programs. So they have the Next Step program, which is the Next Space Technologies Exploration Partnership. Next Step. I love it. Anyways, that has a bunch of funding, and they're studying how to manage the everyday challenges of living on the moon. So Lunar Intuitive Machines has been awarded a contract to study how you would handle cargo loading and offloading and on-surface mobility of humans in space. I love it. Sounds like... anyways, it's one of those studies where you're like, sure, okay. Yeah, basically, exactly, Cody. They're studying what it would be like to live on the moon in a moon colony. So I guess you got to study that, right? If you want to build the right equipment. Seems like in this, oh God, I'm in old man mode today. Anyways, if I could just say acerbically for a second, seems like maybe we should back the bus up a little bit. If we're studying what it's like to load and unload cargo while living on the moon, maybe we should actually get a moon lander that can land on its feet and stand up first. Can we perfect that maybe before we worry about actually living there? But anyways, all right. I'm sure they're working on it all. And by the way, that reference, if you don't know,
my good buddy Peter.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, if anybody doesn't know the reference, by the way, Lunar had the device that landed when we did the moon landing. When was that? Last year sometime, and it fell over.
Yeah, sideways.
Anyways, Yeah, it fell over quite literally, and then it couldn't charge itself because its solar panels were facing the ground instead of the sky. So it basically fell over and died. So,
How you fall over with no
anyways,
gravity? How does that work? How do you fall over with no
well,
gravity?
it's not no gravity; it's just light gravity. So,
So
anyways, all right.
they definitely messed that up. All right, let's see here, guys. So that's Lunar. Let's take a look at Riot again. I like them. Do I love them? No. Secondary? Yes, maybe secondary. Just because the daily's got some potential here. Let's take a look at Riot today. So Riot up 2.3, 753,000. At the moment, we are, again, daily looks messy. Um, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'd rather trade other stocks, but this one not great. How about Mara? Mara was moving well yesterday, so maybe Mara could be a good one. I don't know. I don't think they're in play today. We'll have to wait and see how the market open volume comes in here. Peter, anything you like on these?
Well, look, I got to give Bitcoin some credit. Bitcoin has been holding well above 100,000. Looks like that's its new baseline. Now I'll say that, watch it drop below it. But 105,000 this morning, so it's sitting well above that mark. These ones all sort of move as the crypto market moves. The biggest mover this morning looks like is Dogcoin. Not Dogecoin, but Dogcoin. It's up 700% this morning. So I love checking cryptocurrency sometimes because there's always like something weird that. So in this Dogcoin called Dcoin, it's up 710% right at the moment. Like, how do you that ridiculous thing, man? Anyways, these
Yeah.
these cryptocurrencies. They're just like it's one of these where I can understand why they're so attractive, right? Because 700%. You put in $100 yesterday, suddenly you got like 7 grand. You'll be like, I'm rich. But then of course, then you check, you're gonna check again on Sunday morning, and it'll be worth like 18 cents. You're like, oh, I lost my $100. Anyways.
There's probably the best meme I ever seen. You guys probably seen this one. It's the guy with the Dogecoin where him and his friend are sitting in two like beach chairs, and then he asks me, "Hey, can I borrow $5? I don't have money." Then the next minute he asks money. Then he puts it on Bitcoin. The back and forth, guys. And the wording. I'm not sure if you guys seen it. It's very popular. I'm sure somebody has. It is Peter. I'll find this in the link. It is the funniest thing I ever seen in my life when it comes to meme. They did
Yeah.
such an awesome job. So, yeah.
They did one when Tesla was saying they were going to accept Bitcoin initially for a car, and they were like joking. They had this little skit they put together of a guy in a car dealership. He said, "I'd like to buy this Tesla. How much is it?" And the guy says it's 2.4 Bitcoin. And the guy's like, 2.4 Bitcoin? Yeah, it's absolutely 2.8 Bitcoin for the whole car. He's like, 2.8 Bitcoin? He said, yeah, you're not going to get a better deal than 2.1 Bitcoin for this car. And the guy's like, wait a second. How? Anyways,
Yeah,
like every time the guy said it, the price changed.
yeah. It's pretty funny, man. Yeah. So Mara Coin, these I'm not saying anything I like right now, so I'm gonna keep them off the list. Peter, that covers our gap up this morning. Anything you like as far as gapping up today?
All right, a couple of gappers based on earnings. First one I'll call Verizon, VZ or VZ. VZ. They had earnings and beat their numbers, top and bottom line. So had a good quarter. The estimate was about 35.4 billion, and they reported 35.7 billion in revenue. And then on the earnings side, they beat by a penny. So good. They don't typically trade a lot of volume, so not a great trader. The other one that was gapping up and is now just gone red on me here is American Express. AXP. They also had earnings this morning, beat their numbers, pretty much met on revenue, beat bottom line again by just a penny. So it was good but not great. The market seemed to like their guidance. It was at the very high end of the analyst expectations. Consensus analyst expectation was about 8.1% in the next quarter, or the first quarter of their 2025 year. Their guidance is 8 to 10%, which means that they're guiding generally higher than the analyst expectations, which makes them all happy. So American Express might move today. Again, it's not the best trading type of stock. If you like the credit cards, Visa usually trades better, but American Express has the earnings this morning. I have one other one on earnings, but it is solidly gapping down. So maybe we'll just look and see if it's on the gap down list. We'll get to it if it's not. So.
Okay, sounds good, guys. All right, let's take a look at our gap down list, guys. A couple that were not even on here this morning have popped up. So let's take a look at what is showing on these here. So let's start with the first one. LTBR is the first on the gap down list. So these guys, wow, big interesting day yesterday, going from 7 to about 10, and now just giving it all back. So we're halfway down here, 15%. To the downside at the moment, 393,000 shares traded. Looks very, very messy. Low flow at 14 million. We do have shares for sure. I don't expect it's going to be a lot. 75,000 shares for sure with Interactive Brokers. Peter, it looks messy here, but obviously in play and some movement over the last 2 days.
Yeah, and I don't really see any news on it. So, I mean, we're familiar with this company. We have seen it in the past, but I'm not sure why it's moving, to be honest. It's got, a little bit of news this morning that they're presenting at a conference. These companies are always at different conferences. But I'm honestly not sure why it's moved up yesterday or moving down today. I mean, this looks like a second day play. So whatever caused it to jump yesterday, looks like the fun's over. We've probably talked too much about it. We can move on. Yeah,
I am moving on from this thing. Let's go over to Eric. And Eric, right now we are showing down 9.9, 447,000 shares traded. Every time I think about this company, Peter, the snake game comes to mind. I don't know if you ever play that game. Was that one of your things? Wow, that was one of my things. I mean,
you're dating yourself on that.
First thing that comes to mind is that one incredible phone that it could go through hell and back and it would still work. I mean, it was incredible. And yes, the first thing that comes to mind is that snake game. But they don't trade well. That game was great. Their charts and day trading is horrible. Down 9%, 447,000. Peter, any news on it?
Yeah, well, this is earnings on what is, I think, Sweden's second largest company. Export company anyways, after of course everybody knows what the first one is, right? Anyways, so they had earnings. It looks like they had good, I mean, the numbers were good all around. They beat their numbers, not by much, but just by a little. The revenue arguably was off, but it's one of these where they report in Swedish krona, and which means when you convert it to US, it was off the analyst estimates, but they actually hit their estimate in krona. So it really is just an exchange issue. They had good growth, especially actually in the North American market. They increased their guidance for the quarter. They raised their dividend, so it all looks good for Ericsson. This is a market traded company, so it does trade on the Nasdaq. Of course, it does trade in other markets as well. So it's usually not it's not fun to trade. It doesn't usually trade very well. It trades with relatively low volume. You can see even the pre-market activity is very low. So and then if you look at the daily, it's just got these tiny little candles. Doesn't typically move much. I wouldn't expect much out of it. So had earnings, probably not a tradable entity this morning.
Yeah, it seems like the only time we look at it is every quarter when it has earnings. So that besides that, they don't trade very well. We don't like these guys. Let's look at SMR. SMR this morning, we are down 3.4, 836,000 shares traded at the moment. Had a big day yesterday, as you can see here on the daily. So big day from 24 all the way to 29, pulling back a little bit. Could be setting up for a second day play, Peter. Not sure if there's any additional news to it, but this could be interesting. And I know we have traders that looked at this in the past that have traded it. I have not taken a shot at it yet, but it could be a decent one today. What's your thoughts on it, and is there any news?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these secondary news things. So Kathy Wood has dumped the stock, so she's taken it out of her portfolio, and she also took the other day OKLO out of her portfolio. So it looks like she's getting out of the sector. The segment a little bit, so maybe she's decided the fun is over on nuclear. I don't know, but that's the only news I really see. So, I mean, I guess it's always big news when a larger shareholder and especially one of these funds that everybody likes to talk about, good or bad. Kathy Wood was the darling of the markets for a while, and then fell out of favor when her investments just were not panning out and things were dropping. But you know what? That's the rise and fall of running a hedge fund, right? Like it's just the reality of what happens. You will be the hot thing on Wall Street one day, and then nobody wants to talk to you the next. So that's why I'm happy not to do it. But anyways, not much. I don't see anything new out of the company itself. It just looks like there's some changing of portfolio values going on.
Yeah, I don't like it either, man. So I'll leave that one alone. Spotify doing some stuff.
No. Just people are talking about largest Swedish companies, and apparently Spotify is largest by market cap. Really? Oh, you know why? Okay, this is by market capitalization, right? Because IKEA is a private company, so that's why it wouldn't show up. Right. Yes. Okay. Anyways, never mind.
All right. Cool.
I didn't know that though. I didn't know Spotify was the largest publicly traded company out of Sweden. So there you go. Interesting to know.
Oh, interesting stuff. All right, let's look at the one you just mentioned a few ago. It's going to be OKLO, and these guys are down 1 million shares traded. So also when did she get out? Because she got out, this thing is going up. I mean, it's like, what's happening? So the last few days, it's like, because usually they by the time they announce it, it's kind of, they already have a lot of positions sold. So she might have been out a few days ago, so who knows? But yeah, it's been doing pretty well. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this one. Could it trade well today? Yes. Second day play could be anything here. Could go long or short. Who knows? We'll have to wait for the market open. I know OKLO is a favorite of a lot of people and it can trade well. I will add it on my secondary. Just take a look at it and we'll see where it goes from there. But Peter, you kind of mentioned the same news here. Anything different?
No, nothing different. I think we already talked about it, so nothing more to say.
Okay, awesome. All right, guys, that covers our gap down, Peter. Nothing else on here this morning. Again, pretty quiet start. We got a couple of stuff showing up on our gap up, Mara, RGTI. We'll look at the quantum stuff a little bit later. But as far as the gap down goes, Peter, anything you like that we have not covered?
There was only one other earnings play that I thought I would mention. Texas Instruments, TXN. Texas Instruments had earnings this morning. Good quarter. They beat their numbers in the reported quarter. However, they had lowered guidance for the forthcoming quarter. So their Q1 2025 guidance was lower than analysts had wanted, and as such, they are gapping down by about 4.5%, we'll call it right now. Again, one that typically trades lower volume, so it's a little more difficult to trade. But I thought I'd mention it because it's out there. Other than that, on earnings, keeping my eye, of course, on the semiconductor sector, as I always do. And I noticed that NVIDIA and AMD, my two favorites, are actually going in opposite directions. NVIDIA is gapping down by about 0.75%, while AMD is gapping up by 0.75%. None of them, of course, would make our list because they're under our 2% mark. So not doing much this morning. The volumes are very modest relatively modest on both of them. Like NVIDIA still has 4 million shares, but that's par for the course. That's normal for NVIDIA these days. Other than that, yeah, pick your favorites, watch them. The Magnificent Seven are going in different directions, right? Microsoft is down, Tesla is up. Apple is actually up this morning by about 1%. Apple had a sort of a decent day yesterday. It just in terms of movement, like it didn't have a good day from its price perspective, but if you were able to catch the short, you could have ridden that for most of the afternoon. I really wanted to, but it just did not give me the entry. Like I mentioned, my only trade was actually on Apple, but it was at 351 in my 1 to 10 trade. So, but I couldn't help watching it sort of slide down. I thought, I wish I was on that ride, but nope, wasn't in my trade book. So, sit and watch, wait for the next opportunity. But anyways, yeah, guys, fairly quiet here on this Friday. I'm hoping that actually leads to good trades because my best trading opportunities are normally when we have this quiet sort of pre-market stage. So we'll see if that plays out today.
Yep, absolutely. I am going to add Apple, man. They're pre-market right now. I'm just taking a look at it. It looks pretty nice. 2 million shares traded ahead of their earnings next week. Speaking of which, guys, we're going to have special earnings on YouTube live. What happened?
Meta's
doing some stuff.
I don't know. I don't know what happened to Meta, man. Somebody tripped over the power cable on that one. It's
they
it just
they also
it just
got
just dropped $8. So anyways.
interesting. Somebody pulled the wrong cable. You're right. They got earnings coming up next week as well. So we got Microsoft, Meta, and Tesla. That's going to be on Wednesday. We're going to be live for that, guys. So subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet, so you don't miss us. And then on Thursday, we also have Apple and Visa and some other ones. But again, Apple's the big guy here on Thursday. Should be a lot of fun. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so, because that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Yeah, Meta. I'm looking at this now. We'll add it to the list. Don't know what's going on, but again, it's Meta. We'll watch it. Put it on the main list here. It is down quite a bit. With something, we'll see if any news comes out of whatever's driving this $8 drop at the moment. All right. In the meantime, while we get more information on that, let's head over to our community chat room and also to our YouTube community and see what you guys like this morning. Give us some tickers. We'll take a look at them. Meta is good. We have it on deck, so definitely on my main list. TWLO. I saw that one popped up a couple of times. TWLO. So if we take a look, TWO, look at this, up 20%, 520,000 shares traded. That is a massive pop. Very, very, very tough stock to trade, but man, this looks good today. So is this I'm assuming earnings maybe on TWLO?
Yeah. They increased their guidance. So they actually, interestingly, are providing guidance all the way through 2027. Very rare for a company to try and provide forward-looking guidance that far out. But anyways, they increased their guidance and getting a little bit of a bump this morning.
Yeah. Interesting pop here. Again, I'm hesitant to add it to my list because I know how difficult they are to trade. But that type of a move, I mean, up 20%, we cannot let that slide. We're going to definitely have to add it to our list here and see where that goes. So TWO being added to my main as well. All right, friends, what else we have on here? SMCI, let's see, and one of our community favorites. Oh, look at this nice little. Now, is that an actual move right now, or are we just stuck here? Like, well, what's okay? It actually is moving. All right, because sometimes you get that pop and then it wicks back down. It just leaves a wick. But This is actual price action right now on SMCI. So, man, we went from a quiet pre-market to things getting out of control here in a good way, Peter. I love it.
Out of control in a good way. Is that a thing? Can you be out of control in a good way?
Listen, if yeah, that's a thing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if other things could be a thing that can get me in trouble, this is definitely a thing. But I can't say that on YouTube because the offensiveness level it's very low, very low. So yeah.
Love that.
But yeah, what's going on? I'm not sure what's going on. A lot of these stuff just breaking out, so we don't have the news headline right away. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see what's moving this.
Particular news. It's things are just popping. People are decided to have some fun, play the markets.
Okay, it is Friday. All right, so I'll add SMCI to my secondary list as well, just to kind of keep an eye on it to see if anything comes out of that move right now. Again, it's not major. The major one is Meta. Look at Meta, guys. What is going on? This is interesting, man. This is slightly aggressive here this morning, so we'll see. I mean, Meta makes big moves, so it's not like it's, oh my god, surprising, but it just seems weird. It's definitely news related. We'll see if it continues and it holds, then yeah, we definitely got a situation there with Meta. Could this be TikTok related?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe I'm behind on the news. Whatever it is, it's very current because a lot of stuff is moving. Interesting, it's going against the direction. Like if you look at the SPY and the Qs, they popped up and are holding it. Meta definitely dropped. So I don't know. I'm willing to bet it's something coming out of the White House. That just feels like that's the most likely
something
type
pretty
of news that's going to move the market at this scale. So
yeah, I saw an article where if you have TikTok downloaded on your phone, there are people willing to pay you to use that application and use their account, because Apple and Google, they're not allowing you to download TikTok, but TikTok is not blocked no more. But Apple and Google for the last 5 days are waiting to see if the policy is going to change to being banned again. and they don't want to be in the back and forth. So if you go to Apple right now, you cannot download TikTok. But if you have it downloaded, you can use it. So it's a very, very interesting dynamics there. All right, friends. So Peter, if you have TikTok on your phone, you want to sell it, go make a couple of bucks.
I have never downloaded TikTok, and I don't plan to. So
There you go.
Jetain is reporting here that Meta, apparently Zuckerberg, is planning to invest 60 to 65 billion in, it says CapEx. So what, he's just buying stuff? He's going to buy things. Maybe he's buying a yacht. I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
if that's the news, that I guess could explain why Meta's dropping. You know, spending money is not good unless you're doing it on something very specific. I don't see any mention of AI or quantum in that announcement. So
Yeah.
okay, so AI investing. Well, there you go. That makes more sense.
AI is good. That will bounce back. But if he says anything about metaverse, I'm telling you right now, get ready. We're going back down to 200. People do not want to hear about that at all. So,
look,
yeah.
see, this is the value of having a community behind you in a chat room. Look, people are posting headlines all over the place. I don't know where they're finding them, but it's great. Dinesh's headline is Meta is building a 2 gigawatt data center that's so large it would cover a significant part of Manhattan. So okay, all right.
Sounds expensive.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where they're building this. Presumably not in Manhattan. They're building it in, Iowa somewhere or something. I don't know. So, but whatever happened, I thought they were going to be building these things like in the Arctic Circle or something. So the theory was that you wouldn't need cooling. That's one of the big costs in a data center. You just sort of open the windows. You get natural cooling from the environment.
Yeah, but can you imagine the global warming people? I mean,
Yeah.
dude.
Those global
Yeah,
people.
I don't think you want to deal with that mess. The heat is melting the ice, and oh my goodness, I could imagine the lawsuits now.
hey, guys, maybe we just figured it out. Like, maybe now we know why Trump wants Greenland, right? Oh, Ed just said the same thing, right? Maybe Zuckerberg's been whispering in his ear, right? I need some cold places. I need more cold spots to build data centers where no one will see it. They're like, I got it. Greenland. Nobody lives there.
Friends, let's go to announcements before we push any other button that is going to get us canceled by Friday. We need to be live for earnings next week. And me and Peter are definitely pushing the envelope today. All right, let's go to community events and announcements. Friends, you can always get there at bearwoodtraders.com. So let me get to the page right over here. So bearwoodtraders.com, you click on this beautiful webinar. Yesterday, by the way, we had a free webinar on tradingterminal.com. So hopefully you guys took advantage of that. Avi was doing that at 12:30. It was completely free. Look out for those. We do those once in a while. But for next week, here's what's happening. Peter's going to take you through it. bearwoodtraders.com, click on webinars, and you see what's coming up for the next 2 weeks.
Indeed, we have a full slate of, thank goodness we actually get a full week of trading next week. Those have been hard to find this year. I think we've only had one so far this year because there's just been so many breaks, which I guess I shouldn't complain. Days off are good, but I actually, like I was saying on Monday, like I didn't want a day off. I wanted to trade, but anyways, markets are closed. All right, but next week, we're going to start Monday, as we always do, with our onboarding class. We've got 2 different sessions that can help you sort of get started and going. The first is a technical session talking about DAS Trader Pro. It's one of the tools that we use, a platform that many people use to trade off of. Brendan is going to take you through how to leverage it. That'll be in the onboarding room at noon. And then Carlos will take you through an onboarding class. It's more about the community and the environment, how you can get started, or if you're sort of already on the journey, maybe how you can accelerate it and get going faster. So those are at noon and 8 o'clock on Monday. Tuesday, as always, we talk strategy and trade book, if I can spit it out. And this coming Tuesday is no different, with 2 different with a strategy webinar happening at 8 o'clock. Carlos, I need you to scroll up so I know what I'm talking about. There we go. Thank you. Because sometimes they change, and it looks like next week we've got Phil, who's coming in and going to talk about how you can grow a small account with successful strategies, specifically using options. So if you're interested in option trading, Phil is going to help you understand how you can maybe leverage, and this will be good even if you don't have a small account. Options are very cash efficient, right? You could trade big volume with small dollars, but it has its risks, so you need to know how to manage it. He's going to talk about both sides of that equation. That's at 8:00 this coming Tuesday, January the 28th. And then next week, Jared, the man, is going to be with us talking for our first strategy webinar in February, the basics of options trading. So we're going to do back-to-back option weeks for you on our strategy series. So hopefully you'll mark those in your calendar. On Wednesday, we have our psychology webinar. We're going to be talking to Randy Howell next Wednesday, the 29th, once again, 8:00, on how to stress-proof your trading mind. It's very important. This is a very stressful endeavor. So how do you manage that stress? How do you keep yourself focused in amongst those mental pressures? He'll talk about that. And then the week after, in February, on the 5th, we'll be talking with Dr. Kenneth Reed on how you can win the long game. Don't forget, on Wednesdays, we also have our book map session. That happens at noon with Nathan in the webinar room. He'll talk about that tool and how you can leverage it. Great way to visualize volumes in the market. He'll take you through how to leverage, configure, and use it. Then Thursdays, like we did yesterday, every Thursday, we have all of our mentorship sessions. We've got 4 for you to take advantage of, starting with John at 11 a.m. Then we talk options at 2 with Megan and Jared. At 4, we talk with Lenny and Pierre. And then, of course, 8:00, we have Thor's ever popular session at 8 p.m. So there you go. Hopefully that will give you an idea of what's coming up next week, and you can put those in your calendar. If you want to join us at the Bearable Trading Room, we are here every hour, every minute. The market is open. You can join using one of our membership options. We still have our MLK promotion going on. You can get a discount off the Elite Annual. Hopefully you'll take a look at that and take advantage of it if you want to join us. So we'll see you here in the chat room sometime soon. Don't forget, tradingterminal.com, like Carlos mentioned, is a place to go to get all of your market data. So check it out if you haven't already. It's got everything. It's a one-stop shop for market data. It's built by traders for traders. So let's set some levels. I'll then let you know what our moderators are looking at. And as always, we will go live to trade the markets.
Yep, looking forward to this Friday. It's getting nice and spicy here, as you can see, with some of these tickers moving this morning. Someone asked over in our YouTube chat, what's going on with the news section in tradingterminal.com? Yes, it's not showing there. They're working on it. They're making some updates, so it will come back in a couple of days, right? So if you look at it between the calendar and options, it's no longer showing there. We are aware of it. Our developers are making it nice and neat for you guys. Which link do you want me to share, RM? You need the tradingterminal.com? It's just tradingterminal.com, but I'll copy it and put it there for you. There you go. All right, let's get to it, friends. Meta, we'll start there. Meta this morning, again, was not on our radar, but then it started doing some funky stuff, and we put it on the list here. Right? So we like what it's doing. Hopefully, can give us some good, some good trading into the market open. If you look at the levels right now, again, this move this morning just made it push through its all-time highs again, right? We didn't break the all-time high yesterday. We just came short of it because the all-time high was sitting maybe at 630, 638.24. Don't quote me, but around that area today, this morning, it's sitting at 645, 642.50. So we're going to mark that down, 642.50 right over here. That's our pre-market high. And then towards the bottom, you got plenty of stuff before you even get to the low of the pre-market, guys. Highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. You have the previous day close in there. I mean, you have everything, you name it. The only thing we got to add on here is the low of the pre-market at 624.32. And once you do that, friends, you are set on Meta. Do not need to add anything else. Again, we'll see what's driving this move here. Looks pretty good. Hopefully, it's tradable at the market open. So Meta is really nice there. TWLO, I have this one on here. It has doesn't have a great pre-market activity, but I just love how huge this gap up is right now. Up 20%, 624,000 shares traded. It's more of a possible, but this Friday is kind of quiet, right? We don't have a whole lot that's making noise, so we got space for this one today. 136.89 is the high of the pre-market. The low is at 131.02, so we'll mark those 2 there. And then you got this huge gap up here on the daily. And look at TWO, man. This stock is just crushing it. In October, hanging out at 55. End of the year, closer to about 65. And then last couple of months or so, 110, 115, now 136. I mean, just That's an incredible last couple of months, Peter. I mean, that is pretty nice. So they're doing something right here.
Happy if you're, if you're
Yeah.
investing in it for the long term, you'll be happy.
Yep, absolutely. I like what I'm seeing there. Let's see if today can do anything for us as far as day trading. I do like the gap up. Let's see if the volume comes in. NVO is another one that I'm not a huge fan of, but today their pre-market activity looks really good. Their pre-market action up 11.4, 4.7 million shares traded. Normally, this is what they do, and Peter was talking about this earlier. See how small these days are? They're not great. They're very small. You don't get a lot of movement. I'm hoping that today that's completely different. But we'll be on the lookout that if it does start getting choppy, I know that it might not be a great trade. Look how bad this daily is. Just not great. So again, putting a lot of weight on the pre-market hours this morning and the volume we're getting. As far as levels, this daily is so crappy. Let me see if I can find some levels here. 88, 43, 85 maybe, 85, 68. And then over here at 86, 83, 53. What happens is when you have such a bad daily like this, it's more difficult to find these daily levels, right? Hence the reason why we like to see a clean daily. It's a little bit better when we're placing these levels. 99.34 all the way up here. And this is a good one here. 105.09. Again, are we going to get another 20% move on this stock? I don't know. But we have it in place here. It's looking really good this morning in the pre-market hours at least. Then we have SMCI as a second there. We got some other ones on there. I'm not going to move these up yet. I'm going to keep looking to see what our team is watching and then seeing if anything else I can add to this list. But right now, that's what I have. Meta, TWO, and NVO. You can check the bottom of the screen there. I'm going to keep updating that as I add more tickers that I like this morning. So, Peter, what is our team watching this morning?
All right. Well, our team is getting their list in, and let's start with Sean, who always puts his market analysis. Check that out. He's not trading today, though, so he's decided he's going to take it easy. So good for him. Sometimes it's good to know when you need a break and take that break. Thor is going to be watching NVIDIA and, of course, the market overall. He's also added SMCI to his list, a little surprisingly for me. Mike is going to be watching the scanners. I love it. He's going to tradingterminal.com and going to take a look at those scanners, see what's moving, and then he might also look at Apple. Lenny is watching Apple, NVIDIA, TWLO, Novo Nordisk, NVO, and Affirm. Avi, I want to issue a challenge. I want to see you say the same thing in a different way every single day. Because today he says there are 8 tickers on his list. We know what 8 those are. It's the Magnificent 7 and AMD, presumably. So there you go. So every day, going to find a new way to say that. I'm going to be watching my same 3 in NVIDIA, AMD, and Tesla, and also be keeping an eye on Apple, Meta, Verizon, and NVO. Brian is going to be watching NVIDIA, AMD, Meta, Tesla, and Lunar. Brendan, Tesla, NVIDIA, Apple, and PLTR. Phil is going to be watching NVIDIA, Apple, Meta, and AMD. You notice Meta's made a lot of people's lists as it's moving here this morning. And then Jared is going to be watching Meta, SMCI, and then a bunch of biotechs. He's going to keep an eye on some of these biotechs we had this morning. So maybe the Ions, Allurion, or Evaxion. Anyways, whatever he's going to be watching, he'll be keeping an eye on those. He'll let us know which ones are moving. And then Eamon doesn't like much today. He's thinking that he's just going to keep an eye on the scanners and see what jumps up. You can see Carlos has got his list at the bottom. He's shortened it here to watch Meta, TWLO, NVO, and perhaps Lunar. So there you go, guys. We've got some common threads here. We'll see what ends up moving. Don't be afraid not to trade if things don't move for you. It's been one of those weeks, right, where it's hit or miss. And if your strategy's not setting up, do not force things. That's usually how you get yourself into trouble. I'd hate to see anybody going into the weekend just regretting the moves that they made. Better off to sit and watch and acknowledge that maybe things didn't happen. So I'm going to be watching today. Hopefully I'll get some good trades. But if not, I'm not going to worry about it. Next week is another week. It's going to be full of opportunities. So one way or the other, trade smart, everybody, and you can have yourself a good day and head into the weekend, sort of feeling good about yourself and feeling good about your trading. We're going to have Brian and Andrew, I believe, on here live. I don't see Andrew yet, but I think he's out there. I know Brian's out there. I don't see him yet,
but I see Brian ready to go. So wait for him to log on, and we'll switch over to him. One of the things I noticed here, if you take a look at our gappers list, a lot of the ion stuff coming on here, not the ion stuff, the quantum stuff. QUBT is coming back. RGTI's made the list now. QBTS. So this stuff kind of going into the green a little bit. I'm going to add RGTI, because that one tends to trade very good, right? So once in a while, that gives us good opportunity. That's going to be on deck. All right. Good morning. I see Andrew and Brian. Welcome, guys.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh,
Good morning.
There he is. All right. Everybody's here.
All right, excellent, guys. 5 minutes to the market open. We'll leave you with Andrew and Brian. Have a great trading day. Remember, Avi and myself back again at 11, so stay tuned. I'll go all the way to noon on this live stream. So thank you, guys.
All right. Trade smart, everybody.
Right. And how's everyone doing today, Monsieur? Again, my
Good morning, everybody. NVDA and SMCI is interesting. Semis. Good morning. Yeah, I hear Brian. Is Brian
I
speaking?
am here.
Ah, perfect. Yeah.
Yes, sir. What have we got here? So we do have some important data that's going to be coming up at 9:45. So 15 minutes into the open. We've got S&P Manufacturing and Services PMI data, as well as some consumer sentiment. So we have to be a little bit cognizant that could be a market mover. So 15 minutes into the open. Might just for interest's sake, might just set up an alarm here. See, what time would that be? My time, 6:44. All right, 1 minute before that event will happen. Tesla's selling off a little bit here. Twilio looks interesting too. Some stocks look pretty interesting today. Novo Nordisk up again, pretty big on some weight loss drug news.
Hi, Brian. You are looking good today. Buy is going green. SMCI. Biotech companies. Lunar. Lunar is a biotech company?
What is?
Lunar. No, that's actually Initiative Machines. LUNR. This one is really interesting. So I'm going to watch NVDA, Lunar, SMCI, and our buddy Tesla always. So that's what I'm going to watch. Rigetti is still crazy. Yellow. Okay, yellow. I never actually like trading it. It's the yeah, okay, those actually yesterday one had a massive run, huh? TWLO. All right, ding ding ding. Market is open, guys.
Here we go.
NVIDIA has good volume, always. NVIDIA popped up through this gap.
Yeah. NVIDIA had a big pop right at the open or before in the pre-market.
Yeah, NVIDIA looks like it wants to go to 149.
Long lunar. See what's going on. It's popping up.
Yeah, I'm
Long
gonna wait till
at 2350. Here it goes.
Right.
Oh wow.
24 is gonna
Okay.
yeah.
See, it's going to hit 24. I'm selling some here at 91.
Right. So no
Selling
trade
more.
for me, guys.
Here we go. 24. Get the 24 filled. Looks like it wants to go higher. There we go.
Oh, perfect.
Could
Yeah,
sell
Lunar
some
is
more.
it's amazing.
24.15.
Is that the all-time high? No, it's not yet. But it's 52-week
Oof.
high. VDA. Yeah, I think I missed the VDA. Wow, Tesla is ripping too. Yeah, Tesla's right. NVIDIA. I don't know. Tesla, I'm long Tesla for 17. I missed a good entry on it, but Tesla, I'm long for 17 or 4. Yeah. Tesla popped up.
selling more 24.40 on lunar. Nice dollar move there.
So
It's going to go to 25.
yeah, this is great. I'm
Gee.
gonna get along with Tesla. Yeah, Lunar is not giving us any pullback. So pop might not actually sustain. Yeah, I'm gonna
All
get
right,
stopped down
just
Tesla, guys. Stop down Tesla.
selling more here, 24.70.
It's a good trade, Brian. Yeah,
Running out of shares, unfortunately.
yeah. I just needed a
Wow.
1 minute.
That was a big drop on Tesla. Holy cow, it's back to PDC.
Tesla is a short now, I think. Yeah, Tesla is a short. ALUR. ALUR. This one's crazy too. Wow. They lost it. Yeah, Lunar was amazing, Brian. Great trade at the open. Like for me, I usually wait for a
Just
minute.
just fortunate that it was front and center on my radar here.
Still, Lunar has potential for a pullback. NVIDIA, PLTR, the scanner. NVIDIA, I'm long 148, guys. I'm going to go NVIDIA long 148. Let's see if it holds the VWAP or not. NVIDIA 148, I'm
Man,
long.
it really dipped there.
Be one of those weird days again, I think. See if it holds the VWAP or not. PLTR is hitting the scanner. PLTR is also very interesting. It's going through 80. Your R3s. The PLTR could be good long too if you get a little bit better entry. I'm gonna go long at PLTR too at 79.82. Let's see if you can survive this pullback. Go through 80. R3 is at 81.17. So I'm long at PLTR and NVDA. PLTR average is 79.82. NVDA average is 148.12. Wow, Tesla's super weird today.
Yeah, Tesla's really weird.
All right, so PLTR, let's see if PLTR is going to go. All right, NVIDIA, I'm getting a stop down on NVIDIA, guys. 147.63. Now I'm more focused on PLTR for a 5-minute green range breakup. It says, see if PLTR can do a 5-minute green range breakup.
I've added back on Lunar 2370. See if we get a bounce here.
PLTR, do a 5-minute green range breakup.
Time stopped out of the rest.
Boing.
That was it. I kind of thought it might bounce off the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. It's down at the 20 now. Wow, it was quite the round trip.
PLTR is popping up. Let's see PLTR. Okay, so PLTR popped up. Nice. Let's see if we can get a little bit more continuation on that. PLTR is at R3, 8017. I'm long, guys, heavy on PLTR. I want to see if I'm partial. Yeah, so this is almost getting to my first R. Now almost partial at 1830.
Yeah. It came back to it bounced at the 20. Yeah, nice move on PLTR.
Yeah, let's see if we can get to 80.
That was the bounce I was looking for on Lunar. Damn. Just wanted to stop me out.
You're not in there? Lunar is super interesting.
No, I added it to 2370 thinking it was going to bounce right around the 9 EMA. But it went down to the 20.
I'm long
to the 20, whatever.
I'm going to get long on Lunar 2415. Looks like it might go back off. So I'm now long Lunar 2415. Let's see. I might actually add more if you go to above 2450. I might add more. Yeah, NVIDIA is completely
wow. Look at that. NVIDIA went red. Whew.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Rigetti is also super strong. Yeah, Rigetti to 15, huh?
Rigetti.
Tesla looks like it wants to pop up. Yeah, I'm surprised that NVIDIA sold off.
Wow. That's crazy. NVIDIA sell-off is crazy.
I'm adding a little bit more on PLTR. Let's see for another break. So I'm also long Lunar 2413 is now popping up. So I'm adding, guys, more on PLTR. Let's see if we can pop up. PLTR is daily chart. Might go to 81,
wow.
actually. See if Lunar can go back for the break of high of today. It's up 9%, huh? Tesla is trying to come back above the rewrap. Is it a space exploration company? Right. Tesla looks like it wants to come back up. I'm getting a long on Tesla at 415. See if
Tesla could just be another day of another dog's breakfast of a day.
Hopefully not. Positive thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting a long also on Tesla 415. Oh, there you go. There you go. Tesla is going up. Let's see if I can actually partial. So I can get my losses back on Tesla. Come on. So I'm long 3 position right now. Tesla, Lunar, and PLTR. I think a little more on Tesla. Let's see if we can get Yeah, I'm getting out of Lunar, guys. I'm getting out of Lunar. I want to focus on the other two, although Lunar has the potential, but I want to focus on PLTR and Tesla that I have. So I'm all out of Lunar. If Lunar goes back above near high of the day, I'm going to take it again. PLTR is pretty good. I have a big size in PLTR. See if we can do another push up. So PLTR, go up, go up. See. PLTR, one more pop up. Hey. This with me, PLTR.
Short NVIDIA. I'm just short NVIDIA. See, it's going to come down here again.
PLTR has one more. I'm adding a little bit more than the PLTR. Let's see if we can add test this dropping. Getting out of Tesla, guys. In second trade loss.
Just
Stopped out on Tesla, guys, again. Let's see if PLTR. The only trade that I have is PLTR long. Average is 80. Get one more pop on it.
just thinking about stopping out here. Looks like NVIDIA is going to bounce. Still an order there, 146.
Lunar looks like he wants to go back up. PLTR.
Okay, I'm out of NVIDIA.
Yes.
It's bouncing back.
Yes. Today. Lunar might go
crazy. Lunar crazy.
PLTR 81 is going to get there nice. All right, Lunar is going up toward 24.51. Lunar might go for the break of high of the day. That's garbage. NVIDIA is garbage. Let's see what Meta doing. Meta
came back up. It was red. They announced they're building some kind of 2GW facility that's what was it, like half the size of Manhattan or something? I don't know. The Manhattan Project. Look at that. NVIDIA dropped again. Okay, so we've got 1 minute to the release of this data. So just be mindful, people, that we might have some gyrations in the market. Let's take a look at the SPY on Bookmap. You can see how a lot of the orders have all cleared out. Look at how this book has gone, from orders to very little orders in front of this news. This is very typical. One of these numbers is something to do with inflation expectations. So, here we go. We get a pop. There you go. Pop. Markets pop.
Very nice pop for now. Good. Guys, I'm heavy size on PLTR, guys. Let's see if we can get to 81. SPY is popping. It might not last, but for now it's pretty good. Guys, congratulations to all the bulls. 80.83 on PLTR, partially now. There you go. I think PLTR we're gonna get to. Lunar is breaking out, Brian.
Yeah, I know. I see that. It's back at high of day.
All right, guys. PLTR
See.
81. Get that more. Very nice. So the news is, guys, PMI number. I don't know exactly what was it, and I don't care, but it looks like at least for the first minute it was popping up the market. Lunar is gonna go through 25, Brian.
Yeah. Nvidia is still struggling a bit here to move higher.
Yeah, both Tesla and Nvidia garbage. Lunar is going through 25. Unfortunately, I'm not in there. I just couldn't hold the Lunar LUNR. But I'm still long heavy in PLTR. I have still a good size. I want to see if we can take another pop on it to above 84. Yeah, Tesla was my biggest loss today. Nvidia was also a loss. Let's see. I'm actually very disappointed that Nvidia traded very bad.
Yeah, I just got long Nvidia. It's breaking through.
Ooh. Do you think it has the momentum to go up above the VWAP? I'm gonna get along with Brian to 147.22 on NVDA, just to be a good buddy.
Some orders here. There's some orders. Here we go.
Let's see.
I'm gonna sell some. I'm just gonna sell some here at 40.
No, Brian, don't
147.38 filled.
see if you can actually get the VWAP on it.
Yeah, it's getting into some moving averages in the VWAP, which is why I'm taking some partials.
Yeah, it's in a very weird place. There's so many resistances up there.
Yeah. So I'm in at 147, so that gives me a little bit of cushion.
What kind of flagship is that, Brian? See, Brian get me into NVIDIA and he left. PLTR above 80.
Still holding at the big order at 148 there. We could be going there.
I think if we close above the VWAP, then yeah, there goes going up.
Yeah, it's nice.
There you go.
Liking that.
Let's see. PLTR. Come on, PLTR. One more pop. 81. There we go. NVIDIA is going. Looks like it wants to go higher. Gonna add a little bit more on NVIDIA, guys. 147.58. Let's see if it can actually. Looks like it wants to close above the VWAP and go higher. SPY all-time high, huh? We're dealing with all-time high. Yes. Yes. Thank you, President Trump. Another all-time high. So NVIDIA, let's see if NVIDIA closes above the moving averages here. VWAP, and we can go toward 148. Nice. Nice pop on NVIDIA. Should we start partial or not? If you can actually get out of this level, 147.
There is an order at 148. Yeah. Pop up.
So I can actually partial and get out of my loss, or I can just be greedy.
I'm see where it goes here. I'm selling some more here at 60, 147.60. Just a little bit concerned. Still ending up. Still an order there, 148. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going there, but Yeah, no, I
PLTR
don't like that. That's a lower high.
staying in NVDA. I'm not like Brian chickening out.
Yeah.
Like 5 minute is kind of bullish. That candlestick is bullish. Let's see if NVIDIA wants to stay above the VWAP or not. LTR, I'm still holding, but as you see, this 80-86 level is kind of fighting.
Selling more NVIDIA, 147.50. Don't like the way it's making lower highs.
I'm not selling
It could
nothing.
be just consolidating. I'm still holding some. I'll stop out back down around 147.20 and holding
Where?
for 148.
I'm not selling
So
anything.
next.
As a matter of fact, I added a little bit more on the VWAP. Let's see.
The seller there, 147, sort of 70 area. Every time it tries to pop up above there, it gets hit.
PLTR still going higher, huh, guys? PLTR 181. I have a big size on PLTR. Let's see if you can. There you go. So NVIDIA is going. Partialing some on NVIDIA here, guys. 81.
Yeah, it's looking a little
PLTR.
more encouraging. We're getting higher lows now on these pullbacks.
PLTR 81 again. Break of 81. That would be nice. Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla. Come on, PLTR. One more 81. I know you're done, but NVDA, come on, 148. Right, NVIDIA is popping up, guys. And
There we
okay,
go.
I'm
There
partially
we go.
48. Yeah,
Selling some more. Yeah. Beauty.
Brian, chickening out. Told you don't sell. It's gonna go to R4 back again.
I still have some. I'm still holding. Still holding.
Staying holding for your dear life. Trying to see if PLTR can do break of 81 and I get out of it. NVDA 148. We get that. We might clear up to R4 148.35. PLTR, I think, has another room on 81 before the reverse. So I'm long, guys, NVDA and PLTR. Tesla is coming back up. Tesla is going back up. Tesla wants to go higher today. It's interesting. Tesla is interesting. Tesla is going long. Tesla for the break of high today. That's actually interesting on Tesla. I'm long Tesla. So Tesla can go for the break of high today. That looks interesting. Yeah, 417.22. Tesla has a very nice squeeze on it. Adding more on Tesla here. Let's see if you can actually Tesla can go for 418. I need to get out of something. Maybe NVDA. Yeah, Tesla is now good squeeze there. 417, adding a little bit more here, 417.35. Let's see if we can go. Tesla looks like it wants to go for the break of high of the day. This candlestick at 950 is very strong.
I'm staying away from Tesla.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of disappointing. Let's see. Let's see if we can actually.
Although
look at
I do have a swing position on Tesla. I'm short the 430 calls, which
really careful. Okay, so
that
Tesla 418 big ask. Let's see if we can go.
think they're
Let me get
safe.
out of
They
NVIDIA,
expire today.
Yeah, I'm all out of my NVIDIA position, guys. NVIDIA is pulling back. So now let's see if Tesla can break off high of the day, 418. And I'm still long PLTR. I don't know what PLTR is doing. Let's take a look at PLTR. My average in PLTR is pretty good. My average in PLTR is 80. So I have some room for some consolidation. Let's see if Tesla can go back, break off high of the day. 418 is definitely a level. Yeah, the problem with the Tesla is within this daily range, but potentially it can go to 420. I like the candlestick on 950. The 5-minute candlestick on 950 is very bullish.
Just don't get it to 430.
Yeah, what's the average on Tesla on the calls? How much did you get? Tesla calls 430.
I'm in at yesterday at about $1. They're trading
50
at
cents.
50 cents right now. 54 cents.
Yeah, she should be good.
I think so. I mean, Tesla's kind of leaking off again, or Nvidia's kind of leaking off. See what it does. It's consolidating. I've got my last little bit. My stop is 147.50.
So Tesla, this is my moment of truth. Should I get out of it? Looks like I'm getting out of Tesla, guys. I'm all out of Tesla at the break-even point. Yeah, I just Tesla. Tesla turned out to be a negative trade for me, so I lost 14,000 on Tesla in both trades. NVIDIA is coming back. I'm still long PLTR. See what PLTR is doing. Still hasn't broke the 81. Bounce back from the rebound. Yeah, but Tesla and NVIDIA, both of them are super garbage. Lunar was really nice at the open that Brian
Yeah,
took that.
Lunar came. Yeah, yeah, that was
SM
my best trade.
AVGO. I'm high.
Here's a random trade. I'm short Novo. Excuse me, NVO. Well,
Yeah, NVIDIA
that
is
was
the Ozempic
a
company,
good shot.
John. It's the
What's
Ozempic
that?
company. Ozempic company, yeah, Novo Nordisk.
Yeah, no, Novo Nordisk.
Was it the earning on it? It was gapping up like that?
They had some news about some drug. It's going to break 87, I think. Yeah, it's been selling off, right? It gapped up huge, but it's been selling off right from the open.
All right, PLTR is going up again, guys. PLTR, let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if PLTR goes all-time high today again. 81, I still have size on it. Let's see if you can actually partial on PLTR. There you go, 81, break of 81.
Nice.
PLTR. Fight it. Bitch.
Not sure if we're going to get a higher move higher here on Nvidia, but still I've got a hard stop in at 147.50. So if it drops there, I'll be out of the rest.
Getty.
I hardly have any shares left after that 148 move.
Anton
Still short
JT81.
NVO.
Anton, are you the Anton that you got the $15,000 from funded account? Is it the same Anton that we spoke yesterday, or is it different Anton? Is that the same Anton? No, different Anton. Ugh.
Okay,
All
here.
right, so
Come on, Novo. You can
PLTR
do it.
81.
80s.
Yes, PLTR. You are the love.
Here we go.
All right.
87. We're going to get 87 on NVO. There we go. Phil
Nice. Nice trade on
got
PLTR.
Phil once. That was nice.
Very happy in PLTR. Anyone take PLTR guys with us? Anyone? That was my biggest win on the day. I didn't
Yeah,
make
that
any
was a
money.
nice trade on PLTR.
Yeah. PLTR was nice. Scanner, you could see it in the scanner. RGTI. Rigetti, super volatile. Yeah, Nvidia and Tesla are absolutely garbage, both of them today. And you never know it is garbage until at least one or twice you get stopped out on it.
All right, I'm stopped out of the rest of my NVIDIA. I didn't have many shares left anyway. So that was a nice trade too. So we got Lunar, nice trade. Wow, Lunar just took a dump,
Nvidia
for
as well,
want of a
like the
better
market.
expression.
Yeah, market is not doesn't look fun at
Still
all.
holding short some NVO. I think it's just going to keep selling off here. Look at this thing. It's a beautiful 5-minute chart if you're short. Wow, that was a big drop on NVIDIA. Big drop on the Qs too. I don't know what happened there. I think Thor is talking the market down. I think he's short NQ. Yeah, what was there news at 10? News.
Is there any news in 10? I don't know.
Oh, we had consumer. You're right. We had consumer sentiment. You're right. You're right. There you go. 9:45. There was news at 10 o'clock. The SPY's just gone red.
Tesla is also dropping really bad.
Good. Love it. Stay away from that 430.
Yeah, I don't see Tesla is going back above the VWAP. Tesla 430 calls, 29 cents. Yeah, they're dropping really significant. Like 425, you get 60 cents. Yeah, we can do that. 422, 425, you get 60 cents. We can. Yeah, I don't think Tesla is gonna go higher any. PLTR is still staying up, So I'm still long on PLTR, guys. I want to see if PLTR can get to R4, which is 81.34. As a matter of fact, what I can do is I can actually add a little bit to my position here. I'm not 100% sure it has another pop in it or not, but should I add? No, probably I'm not going to add. A good day on it. SMCI. SMCI is popping. PLTR. If I add here, my average would be 80.50. I'm going to add a little bit on PLTR here. Let's see if we can actually get another pop on it toward break of high of the day. I'm adding more. My new average is at 80.50. If it pops up to R4 at 81.34, I die a rich man. But again, my average is at 80.50. So I risk getting stopped out early on it with a bigger position.
You
Again, very important.
You can't die on it.
Yeah, you're very important. Like entering here for a new position is tricky, but now my average actually, as a matter of fact, is at 80.50 because the positions that I had before. So I'm a little bit, my stop loss is at 80.50 because I already had the position before. So this ad isn't crazy, but for a new position, it might be a little bit extended. And the target is R4 at 81.34. 81.22. Come on. Five. Here we go. We're going toward the daily chart. The daily chart. 82 is also possible.
They were getting a bit of a bounce back on the SPY. SPY's back in the green.
Anyone long PLTR with me, guys? Anyone? What's Bitcoin doing? 105.
Yeah, I didn't trade PLTR today. There was some very good trading opportunities. It's coming up to R4 right now.
Yeah, that's the hope. I hope that I can get to there. Tesla and Nvidia, absolute garbage. I officially called them garbage today. Oh. Yeah, Sergio, we do have access to Benzinga. You should be able to the top right next to the name of the presenters. There's a Benzinga. You should be able to click on that. You're heavy on PLTR since 87 cents. That's nice.
Ooh, here goes
Really
Nvidia.
good.
Nvidia's dropping back into the red. Yikes. Well, congratulations for people that took that PLTR trade. That was a nice trade.
What was that? What? What was that, Bernie?
That PLTR. Congratulations to people that took the trade.
Yeah, PLTR. Nice. Let's see if we can get to R4, that would be nice. If it doesn't get a stop, let's just stop out. Yeah, the usual suspects were super bad today. Boeing is doing nothing. Meta 640. AVGO is doing nothing. Novo Nordisk is selling off.
And it's coming back a bit now since I partialed. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. Nvidia's still got sellers here. Through 147. It's maybe going to try to bounce back here. but I'm not going to try to play a bounce on Nvidia. It looks a little suspect.
As you see, the NVIDIA is also flat. There's no previous day close or anything. It's just trading near previous day close, and uh,
Hmm. Nvidia might have more downside here. Here we go. Whee!
are you shorting NVIDIA?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I don't have a position. I'm just watching Nvidia sell off. Kind of thought it might bounce there. I'm glad I didn't play that for a bounce. Wow, Lunar's given up the ghost too.
I most likely get a stop down on PLTR. Um, we'll see if the PLTR wants to do another pop. PLTR potential 920 on it if he comes down, but my average on PLTR is at 80.50, which is very close by. Let's see if PLTR at this time looks like to wants to pop.
Wow, Apple really has taken a bit of a nosedive today too. Started out looking pretty positive, 226. This would be a good Avi trade. I'm
My
guessing
PLTRs,
Avi
guys,
shorted Apple.
PLTR, let's see if we can get to 80 R4.
EVAX. Jared's trading low floats again.
Jared Unleashed. This episode, welcome to this episode of Jared Unleashed, eBay AXO.
Jared unleashed.
eBay
Here he
AX.
goes. Oh yeah, EVAX. Yeah, EVAX is coming up here.
Sounds familiar. Have you traded before? Oh, there you
EVAX,
go,
I've never
guys.
heard of it.
PLTR. I'm partially PLTR guide at 81.30. Amazing. Amazing in PLTR, yes. Oh. Garbage. Garbage everywhere. 81.42. Partial. Yeah. There you go, PLTR. You saved our universe. I die a rich man. The humanity, yeah, exactly. The humanity. Brian says the humanity.
uh, Jared's watching the markets and doing other work at the same time. Talk about a guy
Wow,
who can multitask.
TLT is nice. Pop back up. It's 975. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and
was
Nvidia's.
$1,000, right? It would have been really
Here
rich.
goes Apple. Apple's still on a downtrend here. See what Nvidia looks
Yeah.
like. Whoosh! Ah, damn. Should have shorted it.
Thanks,
Wow.
Apple.
Wow. What a leg lower. Ooh. Watch for a bounce here. This is kind of a pre-market low area. There should be some support right here on NVIDIA. Oh, Qs and SPY or Qs are rolling over. Now, I don't know if that's got to do with NVIDIA, but AMD is still green.
I haven't been trading AMD for a very long time. What's AMD doing? AMD, nothing, huh?
It's not doing much right now. It looks like EVAX was halted, so it looks like it's going to open here in a few minutes or a minute or so. Wow, Lunar is tanking. Hmm.
So still, guys, sitting in PLTR. I wanted to know what the PLTR is doing,
Well,
but I don't think I'm going to take any new trade. I had a pretty good day.
no love, no love for NVIDIA. It's got a bounce right here. I got a feeling it might not be a big bounce, but and maybe not. Oh, here you go. Bit of a bounce.
NVIDIA, actually, if it
EVAX
sells
is
off to
open again.
S4, it should bounce. Give me a
See what
second, Brian. I'll be
EVAX
back
is
in a second.
doing. Okay. See what EVAX does. Looks like it's going to push higher here. Maybe. I'm not going to trade this as craziness. There's yeah, this little bounce on NVIDIA. Just overshot a little bit on that downside, but getting a bounce now. Careful with NVIDIA. It's still in a downtrend. All right. Wow, there's nice. That was actually a bigger bounce than I expected on NVIDIA. It did overshoot a little bit where my thought the downside was, but it's come ripping back here. Still below the 90 MA on the 2-minute chart, which means to me that says it's still in a downtrend overall. Hasn't broken that trend. Ooh, so EVAX just got halted to the downside, which is never a good thing if you're long. Definitely don't want to be in a halt that's long when you're going into a halt. It's heading down. And EVAX still dropping here. Netflix is down $11 today, down at 974, 973.50. Oracle's down. Hmm. Okay, so NVIDIA pullback, that was a bounce and then a pullback with a higher low. So let's see if this 146 area is going to hold.
Guys, PLTR, I'm setting more at 81.54. That's great. I think PLTR 82 is, we can possibly get it. Nice. Yeah, PLTR, great. Great trade on PLTR. Congratulations to everybody who took it with me.
Yeah, that was a nice trade.
Still going up. Hell yeah. 82. 82. I think we're going to get to 82.
Took a bit of a short on NVIDIA, just that rejection at 146.50. And that coincidentally was very close to 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart, which is where I would expect a rejection. So just going to cover some of that here. 146.14, because it might bounce back here. It's going to come down some more. Here we go, 146, covering some more. You look like a happy man today.
I am a happy man. Not even Mr.
Your
Peasant.
mic's on.
Oh my. Yes.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
better day than yesterday, for sure.
Yeah, this is. Yesterday I had a loss. So today I made it all back.
Yeah, yesterday I ended up with a loss too.
My humanity. Peasant.
I'm out of this NVIDIA scalp.
RGTI. Yeah, RGTI is coming back up. Honestly, I'm not really thinking of taking another trade. GTI, holy macaroni. Wow. Wow. Somebody called it. Anton, you called it, yeah. Wow, that is crazy. Yeah, someone called me RGTI. Rigetti. PLTR 82. One PLTR 82.
So yeah, so Meta's building a 2GW plus data center that was so large it would cover a significant part of Manhattan. People are saying that this Zuckerberg's it's a sign that the top's in because of his last call on the metaverse. As soon as
Yeah,
he
is
went all
metaverse
in,
didn't go anywhere. Reality
it
lab
went
didn't
bust.
go anywhere.
I know
Yeah, Meta burned a lot of cash.
Peter's still going to the metaverse. If anybody wants to meet Peter's avatar.
Sure. He's
Nvidia's
fighting for
Nvidia's
his
still looking like it. Nvidia is still struggling to get above the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. Qs are Qs are continuing to sell off here. Get a profit taking day here.
Do you remember that people were buying properties in metaverse? Do you remember that this was actually
I,
happening in 2021?
I know. So wasn't that in Roblox or something? Or and
Can you
everybody
believe
was doing a great thing.
in 21st century people were buying and selling JPEGs of monkeys and stuff? This is not the whole future. This is like 2 years ago. Like people were buying hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars a JPEG file that you can copy a screenshot paste. I couldn't believe that.
That's crazy.
Those same people are saying that the system is rigged against us. I still can't believe that. I know people who spend personally know hundreds of thousands of dollars in JPEG.
To be clear, it wasn't me.
PLTR
Here's what.
8193. And PLTR.
Yeah, PLTR is fighting the. It's really fighting the trend here.
I'm telling you, PLTR 182. If anything, all-time high. I mean, not today, probably all-time is at 84.77, but 82 is absolute guaranteed. Oh, we are at 10:30. Any question, guys? Let's get some questions. Does anyone has any question about our trades today? PLTR was a very typical 5-minute win range breakup. I did, if I was looking at it a little bit earlier this morning, I was a little bit slow. It would have been a very nice entry around 79.25. I got a little bit late entry on this. That was, yeah, I mean, this morning I woke up late and my body was just, ugh. IJR. What's IJR? Core share, small ETF. Never heard of that. Nothing, AVGO, nothing. Rigetti was a really nice breakout. What do you look to say if a market is trending? If the market is trending, so you can actually trend the market with futures or with options or potentially with leverage products like TQQ or something like that. If
Yeah.
the market is
Or
trending, is
or
usually
you can,
good situation.
yeah. Or you can use like options with on SPX or something, the SPY,
Yeah, PLTR
options on
broke
the
82.
Qs. Yeah, I mean you can play a number of ways. I made some money yesterday shorting SPX puts. So they just and the great thing about them as the day goes on, they really start to decay. So the value of them starts to drop, especially when the price starts moving away from the strike price.
PLTR is pretty toppy at 82. I think we had a good run in 82. So most of my position are out on PLTR. I had a very, very nice run on it. Obviously, PLTR, because it's a very high liquid, small moving stock, take much, much bigger size on it. I'm actually very proud of this trade that I did. It deserves a medal to myself. Good job. Slow 430 calls, Brian. You have 430 calls, huh?
Yeah, 430 calls. They're down at 30 cents now.
Is there any limitation regarding ORB? So Sardar, not all opening range breakouts are actually tradable. So you want to trade ORB on the stocks that are in play, high volume, gapping up, gapping down type of thing. So, essentially all the stocks are doing an opening range breakout every single day, because the definition of ORB is, the first candlestick it goes up and all of everything eventually does that. All the 100% of the stocks are doing ORB, but not all of them are tradable. So what you want to look for is gapping up, gapping down. One of the reasons that Tesla was so difficult to trade is because it's not really gapping up or down at all. It's like a little bit pop up. Same as NVIDIA. NVIDIA wasn't really gapping up that much. So it was very difficult to trade them and usually, choppy. And Tesla, you get the choice, just an absolute range bound between 418 and 413 is just ranging bounds. It's just algos buying and selling. So it's not really in play today. So what you want, finding the stock that is trending, finding the stock that has high relative volume, those are the ones that can, provide you opportunity for trading. So yeah, very important to see the type of stock that you're trading. And then again, finding a good entry is also important. If the 5-minute opening breakout is absolutely, it's very extended, so it's very difficult in terms of risk to reward to trade that. Like one of the reasons that I didn't trade Lunar at the open was it just popped up so fast that I, missed the entry on this. So there is a lot of these tricks on it. So that is very important. That's the topic of my next book that, we're talking about, building a trade book. So strategy is 5-minute opening range breakout, but how actually to execute that is going to go part of your trade book. We have this $50,000 funded training account that yesterday our top traders got his profit, $15,000. And he was a great trader. Like he's been with us since 2021. I actually did an interview with him. So he did a boot camp and he's trading with us since 2021. And then he just had very nice trade books on, the type of stock that we trade. He wasn't a penny. He's not a penny stock trader. He's not a, pump and dump guy. He's really having solid trade books. And even though at the beginning he had some losses, he quickly recovered, and it was just very unbelievable. He actually emailed me, I want to introduce them to some prop firm if he wants to trade with them. So building a trade book, and you usually need 2 or 3 trade books. You don't need a lot of a strategy. And a lot of these trade books are the same. So like in our community, we have in our education center 19 day trading strategies, and we're going to slowly build replay and webinars around them. And when you look at them, they're all essentially the same thing. People just name them differently, trade them differently, treat them differently. But at the end of the day, they're either momentum trade or counter trend reversal. So it's either trend or counter trend trading. So yeah, like for example, Carlos is showing that if you guys, for those of you who are not a member in YouTube, if you go, you have access to all of these strategies, short videos, the rising level, lightning bolt pattern, higher time frame, 5 minutes, engulfing crack, all of them. And then we have, and they're short videos, like 5 to 10 minutes to go through a couple of examples. And then we actually, in each of these sections, we're going to add all the material slowly. We are building replay here, building replay for us, build replay strategies. We have a playlist on YouTube that we actually go replay with that, with the tool that we built, so we can actually practice entries and exits. You see in real time with different speeds. You can actually see that with the normal speed or with the faster speed. You can actually practice and backtest these strategies. But at the end of the day, when I asked Anton yesterday, I actually recorded the interview. It's not a high quality, but I'm going to post it somewhere. And he said that, yeah, he was also went quickly. He went to a few times that wanted to quit, but he really wanted this. The determination that he had for having the desire to become a trader was amazing and unbelievable. And the people who make it, they really want it. They really want trading for the sake of trading, not for the money. Like I really dreamed about this lifestyle of being able to and then go traveling. And I eventually got it. The power of manifestation. I also have, believe in that you have to manifest in that. JB, actually, I have to look at it because I don't know. I can see their trades, but I don't know what their trade book are. So we can take a look at it. I can ask him, or if he's interested, maybe we can put his email. He might come to Vancouver. I don't know the trade book that he's trading. I can look at his trades every day on the backend system, but I never really tried to figure out exactly what his strategies are. He's a very good trader, very consistent. A lot of traders in our funded accounts, they make money, but they can't keep it. Like it means that they are still haven't figured out the trade management and risk management. Everybody can make money
management,
in the yeah. But keeping it is difficult. Yeah, John, he did the boot camp. He was in. He did the boot camp. I think the spring boot camp. Was he in your group?
Reminds me of the Jerry Seinfeld episode about the car reservation.
There you go, Anthony Beach 98.
Reservation.
Yeah. So he's actually in the chat room, Anthony Beach 98. So if you have any question, you can actually ask him from him in the chat room. So he's in the chat, Anthony Beach 98. So we did a quick interview. Maybe I show the interview later tomorrow or next week for say like 2 minutes. Yeah, so if you have any question, guys, ask Anthony. So, I did an interview with him. He finished it, and it was very impressive. He actually made over $20,000, but as part of our rule, we capped this funded account up to $15,000, which is still quite impressive. Doubling your accounts on that a short period of time. So, Carlos, you were the captain for bootcamp, huh? Well, great. That's awesome.
Captain Carlos.
Yeah. Yeah, James is asking, so you can sign up and you can activate your funded account anytime that you're ready. You don't need to activate it immediately. You can maybe trade in simulator for a few months, and then when you're ready, you can activate that. Obviously, the goal is help you to be ready. I think the goal of this program is, as I mentioned yesterday, is to make sure that as many as people possible not open a live account. Then they figure out, oh, this is not for me. This is just super difficult, and I want to stay away from it. Um, Like in the American Civil War, the unions, they had this naval blockade over the
Florida trading.
Confederate forces. Like they had this naval blockade, and then they didn't really hunt a lot of ships, but their success of the blockade was that how many ships didn't try to get out of the ports. They blocked the Confederates with access with trade with the other countries. So they really didn't hunt down a lot of this, and sometimes these runaway ships were, running away from the blockade. But it was successful because presence of the blockade stopped, the ships to actually try to go to international waters.
Right.
So same as a funded account. I think the funded account is, I want it to be a blockade for you that do not pass this stage if you're not ready. Even if you're ready, like Anthony, for example, you made money, but if you're in your live account, you might blow up. Still not guaranteed. But even if you cannot pass a funded account, or if you cannot pass just a normal simulator, then you're absolutely guaranteed to lose your money in live accounts. All right, so PLTR amount.
Is Nathan? Yeah, I was just wondering, is Nathan on? Have Nathan on today?
Nathan 1, Nathan 2. I don't know.
Nathan, I'm just
Do you have a
looking
question about
bookmap, Nathan. Trying to figure out why VWAP doesn't show up on my studies anymore when I loaded it. I've changed computers and now it's VWAP is gone. Usually VWAP's here somewhere.
bouncing back?
If anybody knows how I can get VWAP on this on my screen again.
Brian, they says that it changed it to anchored VWAP. Try to look for a VWAP.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's nothing there. It used to be, my old computer had VWAP here in this list. But when I downloaded this new one, I don't know if it's a study that I still have to well, whatever. So go to settings, wheel on your RCVD. Oh, I see. I don't see it here. I'll look for it later.
So the market
PLTR is slowly selling off here.
would have thought. What is EVAX doing? The EVAX is dropping, yeah, significantly. These lower price stocks are tricky, guys. Be careful. Nice, Anton. I really like that.
All right. I'm going to have to drop off a few minutes early. I'm going over to the island this weekend to apparently go surfing.
Who is the
So
girlfriend? Is your
I
wife know
can't
that you're
say.
doing this?
Anyway, should be interesting.
Should be
I
interesting, brother.
haven't surfed for a while. I have not surfed for a while, so we'll see how this goes.
You know, we don't believe you, Brian. You know, in the middle of the winter, you're going surfing is not an acceptable lie. You know that. I
you
hope you're clear on that front.
I'll post some pictures.
With AI, you can post anything these days. You
That's
should have come
true.
at least
Actually,
with
yeah, you're right.
skiing would have been a better lie. Like it's freezing minus 20 degrees out there. You want to go surfing.
I know it's not
Even
my
the dolphins are not
believe
even
me,
the
I'd
whales
rather be surfing.
are school.
I'd rather be surfing in Hawaii.
All right. So Abby did a trade on
They'll
AMD.
take us back. Okay, have a good weekend, everybody, and I'll see you see you. No, I won't see you Monday morning. I won't be back. So I'll see you Tuesday morning.
Oh, Brian is not on Monday here, huh? All right. All the best. PLTR is coming back up, guys. So PLTR did a very nice 920 trade. The people who were looking for a 920, PLTR did a perfect 920 trade. RGTI is still active. Oh shit! Yeah, RGTI is great. Hey, Avi, can you share your picture with the 1 minute? Because in the 5 minute, we can't actually see exactly the entries and exits. Do you think the 1 minute would be better? The same screenshot that you do, or you don't think it's? All right. So Brian did go. Did you guys actually believe that he's going surfing? It's freezing cold, Vancouver. I've never seen Vancouver this cold. I didn't believe this for a second. It's going wetsuit. You need a space suit if you want to go to this. You guys are so believing in Brian, huh? Nice. Oh, nice. Yeah. So you shorted AMD. This is a put on AMD. Long on AMD. Yeah, it's very nice. All options. Nice, great. Abby, if you want to come on now, you can come early because I think Brian dropped off. Guys, remind you guys about our conference, our TED conference, and 2-day main summit that we have. So there are two different style of conference. The TED conference is more like a festival. Like we have art, performance, we have local artists are coming, like, some art rooms that we designed for you. So it's like a 1-day art exhibition plus, talks in there, and then 2 day of serious conference that we have. So it will be really, really cool. Actually, we hired, the executive director, art director for us to curate our whole day with the performance. A lot of local artists is coming. So it's going to be, I'm actually super excited about the first day, Saturday, TEDx, which is it's amazing because he's not going to be sitting and just watching. It would be very interactive art environment. We spend a lot of energy and money on it. This event for me is going to be negative $100,000 easily, but that's okay. Plus, then we have the drinks and gala, and then the after party that we booked the Mansion nightclub on Saturday, March 29. I booked the whole nightclub for ourselves. Again, included in the tickets. So for the after party, and then Sunday and Monday we'll do serious trading. So I really hope that guys you can make it and support it by your presence. We have discounted hotel rooms as well, and yeah, if you book your flights now, it's pretty cheap. Last minute tickets can be a little bit expensive, but you can do the accommodation. I really hope that you guys can make it. I'm actually super excited for it because our budget is super low, and I don't want to charge you $1,000 or $2,000, but I decided to fuck it. I allocate a big budget for it. Fuck it, let's go negative. So yeah, the event is, for me personally, is negative $100,000 easily, but I think it's worth it if you just want to do cool things. Yeah, I know. Like I was trying to see like doing nickel and dime and trying to do that and stuff. Like that's not my style. I like to do it. Like I don't have to do a Mansion nightclub after party. I don't need to do it. I didn't need to actually have a TED conference either. But it's fucking just to do cool things. Like I'm always of the opinion of doing cool stuff. Like I spent $500,000 climbing mountains. Why not throwing a really good 3-day conference for my friends? If I want to go to Ibiza party or to Tulum party, I'm gonna spend 20, 30 grand by myself partying. Like I spend $100,000 through the party with my best friends. You community be much better. It's too late. Yeah, there's a room that you can do frog. Yeah, I mean, I hope that you guys can come. I really love to I like you guys to come. I have no problem filling up the room, like especially for a TED conference. Like I can easily put my friends in Vancouver and they can bring it, but I like you guys to come. So to have a really amazing event time together. Eric, thanks guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. And, thanks for coming, guys. Really, really amazing. And, all the team members are coming for it, including people from Russia. Ayman is coming from Russia. Abiel and Fatima are coming from Mexico. Our Colombian guys are coming. Cartel people, Pierre and Lenny, they're coming from Colombia. So, I'm waiting for Abby to come. What's PLTR doing? PLTR is still near 82.
Hey, Andrew, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Right. Excited about Vancouver, huh? I'm getting more and more excited every day. Can't wait.
Yeah, and you guys go skiing after that, huh? For a week.
Yeah, snowboarding for sure. Can't wait. Best thing in the world, man.
Yeah, so the
It's
rich
funny how
people,
you
man, these rich people flying from Dubai, they go to a conference and then they go skiing after that. The rich people life, man. Never a dull
you got to
moment.
put it like that.
Yeah. Uh,
All right. Fun. You always have me traveling halfway around the world 2 or 3 times a year, don't you? It's worth it for
yeah, well,
BBT. It's
thanks.
a blast.
So you did call options on AMD today, huh? Made 8 grand.
Yeah. Turned into a scalp. I would have liked a bigger move, but you get what you get. And that one worked.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's more your Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I was gonna say that's more your kind of trade at the open, going 1 minute ORB kind of setup, and
Yeah,
yeah,
AMD,
doing it.
honestly, I haven't traded AMD for a very long time, and I'm not really a big fan of these. Yeah, AMD. I don't know. I like look at the daily chart. See, here's the thing. For those of you who can actually see my chart, stocks that are within a daily range, they're very difficult to trade. Like if you look at the Tesla, one of the reasons that the Tesla was such garbage is just look at in the last 4 or 5 days, Tesla has been between 405, 430. It just is within this range, and usually it's super choppy. You know what you want to do is that's why we're looking for gap up or gap down. These are the type of stocks that we want to trade. The ones that are gapping up significantly or gapping down significantly. Like PLTR was trading better today because look at this PLTR. The location at the open was not within this few days of range. You know what I mean? It's a very clear directional move that we had. So because gapping up and now all-time highs at near 85. So this is a much better daily chart. So when people ask me, okay, what are you looking for daily? Is what I'm not looking for daily is something like Tesla because this is now in a super consolidated environment. So there's just algos are trading. There's no interest from probably retail traders or big funds to move it. If Tesla one day pop up to 140, 440, or it just slowly, and one day goes up and then the next day would be a really good trade for that. But as long as it stays within this freaking range, it's difficult. NVIDIA was a little bit better today because NVIDIA at the open was actually gapping up toward 148.75. So I thought myself that, okay, NVIDIA really, broke out from this freaking range and now has a potential to go toward the all-time high. That's why I traded at the open. But even this one, you don't get always necessarily the things that you want. The daily chart, that's why the stocks in play kind of, washed out. You don't want to trade them anymore because they're just getting into this range. All the good trades are the trades that are on a daily chart toward the breakout or breakdown. Like Rigetti, for example, Rigetti also, breakout toward this 415, and now it's just keep going higher.
Nice. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Even with the fractal pattern concept, if it's choppy on a daily chart, it's, one candle is inside the previous candle, then you expect the same thing on a 1 minute chart. The same fractal pattern thing we talked about last year. Makes perfect sense. If it gaps up, then okay, maybe a big gap up, 1 minute ORB, all that stuff. You get volatility at the open. Then you have fun. Very cool. What did you trade today, Andrew? Anything exciting?
I did LTR, which was one of the best trade that I did, and I'm still actually, as a matter of fact, long on it. So thanks for reminding me and partialing a little bit. So PLTR was my best trade. So essentially, I took a 5-minute open range breakout on it. So for those of you who see my screen, I didn't see this breakout that happened with volume at 933. So I got around 79.80 and then added a couple of times on the way up because I saw that we're getting this really nice pattern on a daily chart. So essentially, it turned out to become a very nice 5-minute open range breakout. And then I struggled a little bit with Tesla and NVIDIA. Tesla was a heavy loss, and NVIDIA, I came out of it like a break even a couple of times of trading at the open.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I found it quite a tricky morning so far. I only really saw 1 or 2 opportunities. Overall, though, tricky.
So here's the thing I wanted to ask you, Avi. So I know you're day trading options, but what is the name of your trade book? Is it higher time frame? Do you have a name for the strategies that you're trading?
Yeah, it's called naked trading.
Naked trading, like no
Yeah.
underwear or no.
Yeah. Well, absolutely
Let's
nothing.
do
That's
that,
right.
guys. Let's do that, guys. Let's get ready. I'm gonna do naked trading, hands down. Just,
Yes, I trade
I'm
without
just kidding.
pants, so you know.
So, Avi, here's the thing. No, this is one I actually. This is very important. This is very important. So, in our education center, we have this. Let me show you education center, or Carlos, you can actually show our education center. We have this strategy section that there are 5 to 10 videos, not a full webinar. that talk about the strategies that you do, a couple of screenshots. Can you make one for us so people know exactly? So see my screen. So in the day trading strategy, in that tab, we have 19 day trading strategy that people have developed. I don't think we have anything from you. Do you think you can make a 5 to 10 minute videos, from all the material that you have in the past, short that, okay, what your strategy and how execution look like, so we can actually include it for the people who have no idea? Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, no, yeah, I think I can. It's gonna be tricky to condense it to just 5 minutes, but yeah, it can be done. Not too much trouble.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. This one is more like an introduction when people come into the community. This is open to everybody, including the $1 trials. And the ones that they come, they kind of get confused. Okay, what is 920? Okay, what was this? What was that? Just go watch that video. Of course, you're not gonna learn it, but it's a good like a introduction glossary or something like that in there. I think it would be nice. And then in this page, if you want to expand it with Mike, add all the additional material, obviously for higher tier membership that we have. And of course, we can actually put a link to your course in this page as well. So I think this is a very good page. I hope that everybody everybody goes and watch this section, because that gives you a really good overview of what we're trading. And if you look at it, all of these strategies at the end of the day are very similar together. People are just identify them based on different things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I can definitely do that. And yeah, that's the truth. It actually comes down to if you look at just purely executions on the chart, you think everyone's trading a similar strategy. And it actually comes down to that. But then your journey to get there and your process, your thinking process, your indicators, all that stuff, everyone has different perceptions and different angles. So it's good to describe them, put them out in short videos that are digestible. Yeah, no big deal. I've done them with like 5 hour videos. So I'll condense it down. No problem at all.
Yeah, I think the condensing that would be nice. So just quickly record a new one, that would be nice. Plus, in that page, we record you to the previous webinars that you had and also the course that you have. Avi has a really nice course, 80/20 trading on Trading Terminal, that you can actually, people can share the link on that. You did a webinar yesterday; it was very nice. And Avi also have a really good live trading and mentorship with his own small group of people. So if you really want to, if you feel like chat room can be a little bit distracting for you, you can actually, reach out to Avi and work with him closely. But get his course to get an idea of what he does. And a lot of our traders have their own small mentorship programs. And Megan has, Eamon has, Thor has, Avi has. So depending on the style that you want, you can actually work on that. All right, so the chat room people, guys, I want to say thank you. I'm going to head out. I know, Abby, you stay in the YouTube. So we'll switch over and we'll see what the Thor is doing.
Cool. Thank you, Andrew. Always a blast. Take care of that PLTR trade. Dropping a bit. All right, YouTubers, how y'all doing today? Happy Friday. So, naked trading, anybody? As we were discussing, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think naked trading? Or when you have me standing here in front of you on YouTube saying naked trading, what comes to your mind? Just type it in the chat. Let's see what see how you guys think. Too cold in Ohio. Oh, I'm in Dubai. It's warm enough. Pants down, charts up. I like that. No indicators. Okay, there we go. That's the reality of it. But yeah, vulnerability, that's a good one. Loose money, not lose money, loose money. I like it. No pants. No naked trading. Trading without hedge. I guess you meant edge. Yeah. No stop loss. Options only. This is hilarious, man. It is a happy Friday. You're giving me a good laugh already. And jammies are good with you. No money for clothes. Yeah. That makes sense. Oh man. Oh, I love it. Intuitive trading. Huh? That's interesting. Passive income. You want to know about the 80/20 strategy? Okay, we'll get into that in a moment here. You wear your kilt, and the pattern on the kilt determines the pattern of the day. Ah, now we go. We're getting creative. That's what Friday's about. That's right. Loosen up, guys. Come on. Kilt. I don't think I've ever worn a kilt. I might go buy one tonight. Hmm? Losing balls. Oh my God. All right, all right, all right. Aggressive trading. Actually, that's one thing I'm working on. I'm working on being more aggressive. I have not been aggressive enough recently. All right. Okay. Fun, man. That's great. You guys have all kinds of ideas. I love it. Somebody was asking here about 80/20 strategy. Wow. Okay, that's a loaded one. But let's make it simple. The 80/20 principle, the Pareto principle, I'm sure most of you have heard of it. If you haven't, please go look it up, check it out. It's called the 80/20 principle. The book is by Richard Koch, and it's an old principle by a guy named Pareto from, I think, Italy in the medieval times or whatever. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, this book was recently written by Richard Koch about 20 years ago or something. The whole thing is there are many, many tasks you can do, and well, many things you put your energy into that give you very minor results. But then there are a few truly impactful things you can do, tasks you can do, or resources you can spend on, and they give you tremendous amounts of results. It's disproportionate. So 80/20, 20% of your efforts bring 80% of your results. If you really sit down and analyze your world around you, that's kind of how it works. And 80% of your time and effort and everything you do gives you only 20% of the results that you are seeking. So I took this principle, and I discovered it maybe 10 years ago with the book and all. And I've applied it to basically every damn aspect of my life, every single thing, I've hardly left anything out. And when it came to day trading, of course, I applied it. And here we are. What it tells me is basically nail down the few things that are truly working for me as far as day trading is concerned. What are the few strategies or indicators or tickers or whatever? Just try and identify where am I getting the majority of my results from. It could be like one or two simple concepts or simple things, and just nail that in and focus in on that. Just really, tunnel vision on that, and then expand those results. Do more of what's working and less of what isn't. Right. So I've applied that to day trading, and that has taken me a very, very, very long way. I'm just like amazed how powerful it is. Um, so when I figured it out and I was trying to figure out day trading, that's what it is. So in just applying that, you first gotta expose yourself to all the different ways of day trading and various things, all the strategies, indicators, different colors on the chart, whatever. It's a lot to just, get some statistics on to begin with. In your first couple of years, you're just doing that. And then you really nail down what makes sense to you and where you're getting your most powerful results. And then elimination. Delete everything else. Delete. I mean, hit that delete button on your keyboard until the button falls off. And now if you look at my charts and the way I trade and the way I think, it's candlesticks at levels and nothing else. There's just nothing else. And that is actually naked trading. I arrived at naked trading via the 80/20 principle. You could call it 80/20 trading if you like. I just like naked trading because there's a book called Naked Forex and it talks about the same thing, trading without indicators. So I'll show it to you here on AMD this morning. Again, you'll know about this measured move thing, right? The only thing I put on my chart are measured move lines and 5-minute candlesticks. And this is it. There's nothing else on my screens. In AMD, what I saw is it was holding in the consolidation area. I should go further back. You can see it's a big consolidation area right inside of the range of that big candle that I always measure. In the pre-market, though, it did break out. And it's hung out up here after the breakout. And I figured right before the market opened, a minute or two before, I figured this could come back and retest the breakout area and then push up. That's the target. And sure enough, that's what it did. Let's get into the 1-minute chart. You'd see it better. Where is it? There it is. So market opened there, came down, and within the first, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds, as the wick pushed up above the level, I got long just above the level. My exit idea was right below the level and went up for the top. That was the trade. It's just a retest of a breakout. And I wasn't watching the 1-minute chart. I was watching the 5-minute chart. And what you will see here on the 5-minute chart, it just looks like one big red candle. But truthfully, what happened? It opened here, came down, bounced off the level, then went up, made that huge wick. That's where I was in the move, taking partials up near the top. And then it closed a big 5-minute red candle. By then I was done. It only took about a minute and a half or something. I don't even know. Let me try and pull up the trade for you. You want to see it on a 1 minute. So 1 minutes are easier to see if you're looking at trades at the open. But again, I do not trade the 1 minute chart. This is just for your reference. There it is. So as AMD started to go up, I was buying call options. Went in my favor. That's the partial. Actually, a lot of these partials close to the exit are on the way down. Well, I think the bigger ones were up here, further out. And then the last few bits were near the bottom. And that was it. Just that trade. So naked trading. There you go. Happy Naked Friday, everybody. Call it 80-20 if you want. So the course I have is called the 80-20 principle. Or it's not called. It's called trading using the 80-20 principle, the art of printing money. Really, like just doing a few important things that literally give you a license to print money. And that's really nailing down, applying 80-20 two-day trading. And yes, there's a lot of strategy stuff in there about how I see strategies and what I use, but really it's more about how you can take the 80-20 principle and apply it to what you're trying to achieve with trading for yourself. And so I kind of walk you through a process that you should go through, including mindset and how you should actually conduct yourself outside of trading to access the power of your subconscious mind to improve your performance. I mean, that's 80-22 right there. So it's all there. That's what the course is truly about. And of course, strategies are all built into it. And again, there's plenty of free webinars and stuff I've done with strategies. I'll do this other one now that we were just discussing, 5-minute, 10-minute thing. That strategy is the easy part. I just showed you my AMD strategy today. It was easy. But in order to execute this stuff, you need, a whole lot of strength in the back end. And I'm talking about your subconscious mind. And you have to access that. And you have to know how to access that. Again, all of that is 80-20. That's where the fun stuff happens, man. That's how life can become really, really fun. That's how I'm doing it. So there you go. Now you guys have a bit more insight on that and how it works. So, and yeah, I'll put the link in here for you guys. Where is it? Analytics. Copy and paste. There we go. So I've put it here in the chat on YouTube, guys. There's the link. If you want to access the course or the mentorship or the free material, reach out to me, social media, email, it's all there. All good fun. All good fun. Rexplore Superhuman. I don't know, man. Well, thank you. So who of you were here yesterday at the webinar at 12:30? It was like 10 p.m. for me. Show of hands here in the YouTube chat. Who was there? It was a bit of a party. You guys were there. Man, I planned it for 1 hour, and I think it went for 2.5 hours after the presentation was done, which is basically an hour. And it was just a party after that. It was just a lot. It was fun. It was great. It was midnight. It was like 1 a.m. by the time I got to bed. And the stuff you guys have me do, huh? Keeping me up so long. I got to trade the next day, damn it. But what the hell? That was fun. I'm glad you all came. We had a great time. Lots of great questions. Getting to know a lot of you. And now a lot of you traded with me live today. That was fun as well. Mentorship and stuff. Yeah, a lot more of that coming. Hey, Carlos, welcome to YouTube. Welcome back to YouTube.
Hey, how's it going, man? Hope you had a good day today.
Yeah, nice to be done early again. You know what? It's been one and done every day this week within 3 minutes. So it's been a fun week.
It has been a fun week, man. Can't complain. Yeah. It's fun. Yesterday was not so fun for me. Yesterday it started a little rough, but today we made up for it, man. Today was a good day. So happy with that.
What did you get into?
QBTS, man. I'm still in it. I'm still in some of this. So let's see. Don't have a lot left, but QBTS was on my list with the other ion stuff. So Quantum IonQ is on here. RGTI, I had it, but I didn't trade this one. This was actually cleaner. So if you did RGTI, you did very, very well today. So, yeah.
Nice. It's amazing.
A lot of good stuff, man.
Yeah. Trade all this exotic stuff with big catalysts, big moves. It's amazing. I can't do that. I lose. Great.
Yeah, I like these, man. They're fun. They're fun.
Nice. Got questions here. AB, no, it's not recorded. in the public domain. I keep that for my mentees, so they're in there. If you want to join that group, that's available to you. So you can't. It's not in BBT or in Trading Terminal. Those Trading Terminal webinars are not recorded. Yeah. So you gotta have to come for these, man. These are fun. This one really gets fun.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys want the link again? Yeah, man, Carlos, yesterday I think I lost my voice. I was on the microphone like 4 or 5 hours throughout the day, and then it was 1 a.m. by the time I managed to get myself to bed. I was just,
Oh
what the hell?
man, that's
I was
that
just-
sounds like a lot of fun, man.
It
Uh,
was-
those are my Tuesdays. My Tuesdays, oh man, I talk a lot. It's just all this meetings and everything. And by the time I'm done, I'm just like my voice is gone. But I hear you, man. I love talking about trading. Every Monday night, by the way, we have the onboarding class that we do at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and it's supposed to be an hour. And I go an hour and a half sometimes. And if they entertain me and they start asking me questions, I start giving them answer. We gone, easily 35, 40 minutes plus, right? I try to really cut it down because it's the evening. People I don't want to get to bed early. But I love talking shop, man. It's a lot of fun. So I hear you. If you went on a live webinar and you got people there asking questions and having a great conversation, it can go. It can go. So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Good times. Yeah, when you got the flow and as in the energy's good in the room, then just let it
Yeah.
flow. Well,
Yep.
nice
Agreed.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, guys, Carlos does the onboarding stuff and Brendan does the DOS stuff. So, when you get into
Yep.
BBT, you're not just kind of lost and trying to find your way around. There's very specific areas that you should go to in your first couple of days. Join that webinar with Carlos and then, get your DOS thing going on with Brandon. And, there's a structure to get in. So, and it can look like there's a lot, but there's a way to do it. And it's all really nicely laid out in BBT. Again, I'm only here because of these guys, so you should be here too. It's great. BBT is awesome.
Gonna learn a lot, man. That's for sure. In the onboarding class, I think we have a link for that. If you guys want to join, we have a link. Let me get it for you. I think you get a couple of days access to all the videos Andrew was talking about with the one that Avi that you're going to be working on as well. So all those videos, you get access to all of that, access to the DAS, access to onboarding. So again, it's a lot of good material. There's the link. Thank you, team. Bearable Traders put the link out there. Oh, that's Avi's social, but we'll get you the link for the onboarding class as well. So, Avi, are you in anything at now? What's your status at the moment?
My status is it's Friday night and I'm done for the week. I'm actually
That's
tired.
right. Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting it's not morning for you. That's right.
No,
That's right. Um,
it's
good, man.
just yeah, you got to know when not to trade. And I think after this whole week of all the intensity and all it, I actually don't think I'm fit to trade anymore. I'm just done, just tired, can't focus. So I managed to get one trade in this morning. That was enough. That was exhausting enough. So now ready for the weekend, and that's that.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I'm
So
still in QBTS. It just made a new high in the last 5 minutes, $7. Again, I don't have much left, but we'll see, man. I want to see it explode if it can. No, it's probably not gonna happen. So I just gotta be careful when it starts selling down. I'm gonna get all out of it. And then we had TWO. I was hoping this would do something good today. It had a big gap up, but not doing a whole lot right now. Trying to go higher, up 23%. It's a big move, man. Did you have this one on your list at all? TWO. Was that one that you were watching?
not me. No, I don't know any of these stocks. I don't watch any of these. For me, it's always the Mag 7 and AMD. So it's the same eight every day. Um, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
go chasing that what do you call opening volatility trades. I don't do those generally, even though this week I did a fair bit. So I don't go behind these catalyst stocks, big gaps. That's actually very typical. You want that opening volatility. You want those ORBs. You want
Mm-hmm.
those 5 minute ORBs. That's where lots of big moves happen in the market. You can, look for catalysts. But yeah, my style is just not like that. It's quite the opposite, really. I just want more stability and slowly let it grind for the day, and that's why I make the bigger money.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, there's ways to trade this. Twilio looks like fun. You had a 5 minute ORB going down. That looked aggressive. And then
yeah, yeah.
look now.
I didn't touch this one. I didn't touch this one, but I'm just surprised how much it has gapped up, and now it's looking to go towards the high of the day. I mean, this thing is it's doing really well.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's awesome.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny. So I
Especially.
was the Max Seven. I didn't know this, but this was named after an analyst of Bank of America came up with that name in 2023. The
Mm.
Magnificent Seven, and it's off a movie which is a very old movie. I haven't seen it yet. Supposedly these seven gun bankers or something, gunmen, whatever. I gotta look it up, the actual movie. But he named it off of that. Like they were really good at what they did. And that's what came up with that name, and it stuck. It's got to be nice, right, to be an analyst to come up with something that sticks in the financial world. Like everybody talks about, refers to these top seven companies as the Magnificent Seven. So, little fun fact: if you didn't know where that terminology came from, it was a Bank of America analyst. I forget the name that came up with that. So, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's fun. What a fun fact. I never even knew. I just thought it was seven stocks, max seven. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. No, somebody came up with that. So I was like,
I'm
okay,
seeing a
look at that.
long opportunity on Tesla here as far as my setup goes. Again, I'm not trading now, I'm done, but it's already going. The entry was about a minute ago. After this big long tail hammer on the 5 minute chart, the new 5 minute high. So you would enter just below about 413 or so. And if I was in it, I'd try and hold this for 460, and that would be my target. That setup is near ideal for what I look for. So there you go. It came down and chopped around a bit at the level about 413. Then it put in this long tail hammer, went deeper. There was no space to the left. And then the new 5 minute high. So the entry was 2 minutes ago. Yeah, this is the kind of trade I take all the time in the middle of the day. It's happening now on this one. Again, I'm not trading, guys, but this is part of the strategy. I'll put this into that little 10-minute video that we're talking about. Here's a good example. It's gonna get choppy though. You're holding this. Remember, you're holding for $3 or $4, and look where Tesla's going. It's going back into where it was choppy, so it's gonna be hard to manage this kind of trade. The easiest thing to do is put range orders. You know where the stop is, you know where the target is, and let it run. Tighten up your stop as it goes in your favor a little bit, and that's it. So that's the way I do this. On any other day, I might actually be trading this, but yeah, I'm all done for now. There you
Yeah.
go. There's one.
I'm looking at
Okay.
Tesla, man. Like the first part of Tesla, look, these candles are literally like $4. I mean, what? I mean, I know because I saw Andrew trading it. Trying to take a shot at this stuff. This is crazy, man. I mean, just gotta be very careful. $4, 417, right back down to 413. I mean, the back and forth, it was insane this morning. Just no direction whatsoever. But now you're getting a beautiful bounce, like you said, Avi, right above the previous day close to wing red for like a couple of seconds, and back in the green. So nice reversal there. Well, you have your expected moves up on this? Oh yeah, I see the lines. I see it. Looking at your charts
Yeah.
now.
Now, expected moves are Jared's thing. He's gonna get really upset if you tell him that those are my words. Oh no. So it's measured moves.
Oh, that's right. Measure moves, expected moves is Jared. Which, by the way, we're gonna have next week with us on the earnings. I know it's really late for you. By the time we do these earnings, you don't stay up for any earnings, right? It's just not gonna be worth.
Sometimes I just for entertainment purposes, if I can't get sleep, I'll
Yeah,
show up and goof around with it. But no, I don't trade that stuff. Sometimes
yeah,
I'll watch
yeah,
it.
yeah. So we're gonna
Yeah.
be live, guys, on Wednesday evening, I believe, Wednesday and Thursday. Right? We got some of the big guys, Meta, Apple. We have who else? I forgot the other ones. Got like five of them that are coming up next week. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to next week, actually. It's all these tickers that I trade every day, so
It's all
we're
your
gonna,
stuff.
yeah, it's gonna be wild.
Yeah, that's
Fun
right,
time.
man.
Let's see what happens. I'm beginning to see one or two other setups now, I think. Let me see. Apple and Nvidia, very similar to what see, you got this level down here, basically got to the level, breakout, retest, and it's printing a new 5 minute low. So that entry was there about 30 seconds ago, I'd say. It's not ideal, it's not clean, but that's the kind of setup I look for. There you go. And Nvidia is very similar. Did a breakdown, went back up to retest around about the 145.60 area. These candles are just there's wicks on both sides, so it'd be tricky with that one. Apple is more interesting for a possible break of low of the day. I would have entered a few minutes ago if I was trading it. But there you go, guys. You get opportunities at all times of the day. Lots of fun. What else is good? I see Meta. No, nothing on Meta. Interesting times, huh? Oh, we got some questions here. Let me see. One about a double bottom on AMD. Double bottom? I don't see a double bottom. I didn't see a double bottom then. I don't see it now, even in hindsight. So, no, nothing there. Ingenious Pathways. Carlos would, oh, yeah. There you go, guys. Okay, you want to know about space to the left. Okay. Let me see how I can explain this to you with an example, ideally. The truth is I don't see a lot of opportunities. That's why it's hard to see. Space to the left. Think of it as, all right, here on AMD, let's just say. See this big red candle at 10 a.m., right? The bottom, you see the bottom half of it, the whole wick and everything, the bottom half of it. If you just go further left on your chart, around about 123, and when was the last time AMD was at 123? It was, well, right at 4 a.m. It came back like 6 hours later. There's a lot of space to the left. It has not been here for a long time, right? And that's an indication that it doesn't like to be there. Typically, and just think of it as human nature. Like human beings, push their comfort zones. They don't want to be there too often. They try and get back to their comfort zone. It's just nature. Think of it the same way as in stock charts. When the price goes to some place it has not been in a while, it typically doesn't like to be there. So it's likely to do something. So I like it when I've got a level and the price hits the level and it hasn't been at that level for a long time. There's space to the left. There's more likely to have an opportunity. It'll either break through the level or reverse from there, something, an opportunity. So I always look for space to the left in my setups. And that also, again, helps you stay away from chop, because if the stock likes to be there, what is it? It's a day trader's graveyard. It's chop. You don't want to be in that, right? So that's why I have that as a very big qualifying factor for my setups. Gotta have space to the left. That's incredibly important, at least for the way I do things. Hope that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense, man.
Got AB, you're a new member. All right, welcome. Yeah, AB, in the Discord where you're at now, just go into the announcements tab and you'll see it up there in the pin post. All the material is up there, and I recommend you go through that first so you get the most out of these live trading sessions. Got a good one this morning. Cool. I have a question about how do you tie the price of a stock with the option? Oh man. You know what? I was even telling a lot of people yesterday in the during the webinar. They were asking me about options and how to trade options, and they're telling me I should do a webinar on options day trading. And my response was that I really think I'll be doing everyone a disservice if I start talking about options day trading and mapping out options and all the stuff that I'm doing. because it can get very exciting very fast. With a small amount of money, you can multiply it, every week if you want. You can multiply your account, double and triple it. And if I kind of give you that tool, how do I know you're not going to blow it up in 2 days? You blow up your account just as easily as you can multiply it, right? So if you're asking about should I trade options or what are options, well, I'm going to straight away tell you you're not ready for trading options. Just don't. Focus on price action. Get serious about that. And slowly you will evolve. Options is nothing more than getting consistent with your day trading equities first. I mean, get really great at it. Get a few years of it and consistently paying your bills for a couple of years with it. And then leverage it up with options. That's what I've done. So I do not recommend going into options just because now you have a small account and you want to grow it quickly. That's not the way to start when you're starting out day trading. I had somebody last month came to me, I'm just learning how to day trade. I'm doing options. So I want to learn from them. Like, no, you're not learning options from me. I'm not going to teach it. No. So very important.
The risk management on options, man. Andrew talks about it all the time. I mean, he has no issues with account size or anything or margins, but options, if you're not careful, man, the risk management is, you could find yourself in a very, very crappy situation very, very fast, right? I started trading them like a year and a half ago, and I only take like one contract at a time, man. It is scary, like how much you can risk to how much you can make and how much you can lose. It's wild. But I think knowing how to day trade equities first really, and having good risk management here, being disciplined, really helps with options, right? Options is a different vehicle. You see something different, maybe you want a different time frame. Like options, I know corny, but options give you more options to trade certain things differently, right? But if you don't have that risk management in place, man, whew, yeah, you'll be trading naked because you're gonna have to sell your clothes to eat. So, gotta be careful. Gotta be very, very careful. But I love it, man. I love it. I love options. I don't trade much. I do 1-2 contracts at a time. I'm very risk aware, averse, but it's fun, man. It is fun. So
Yeah, yeah. That's good. You got the risk management under control, and then go into options
yeah,
slowly, one piece at a time, and build it from there. Absolutely, yeah. Otherwise, guys, you don't want to come here and blow up yourself before you survive the learning curve, right? The point is to survive the learning curve and then grow from there. So options during the learning curve, no way, no way. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, so you're not gonna get an options webinar out of me anytime soon. A lot of people ask me. I was like, I don't think so. I don't think. Yeah, maybe only for a few. I have a select group where people have proven to be consistent over a couple of years. Now we're talking about leveraging up. Maybe that we can figure out
that's a
that.
good way. Yeah, yeah. Like a leveraging up course. If you already figure, if you've already been through the simulator, been through the funded account, shown that okay, you can make money, you know what you're doing, then here's the next level type stuff, right? But yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, options. What a party. Anyways, where are we? Look at that. If you took that Tesla along, you kind of feeling good about it right now. Only beginning
Yeah,
to move.
yeah. Did Andrew stay his POTR or no?
Yeah, he was in it when I
It hit?
came on the mic. He was taking some
Okay.
partials, but started to drop as soon as he dropped off as well. So I don't know.
Okay.
Held it through the
It
drop.
hit 82, man. This was a great trade too today. PLTR. That was straight up from the morning from the gates. I mean, wow. Nice.
Look at that. Yeah. Nice. Again, great volatility plays, huh? Right at the open, the first 10 minutes. Fantastic. ORBs and stuff. Cool. What do we got? Okay. You want to know about Yama? You took Tesla? Okay, good. But make sure you have your strategy. I'm just sharing my strategy with you. I'm not telling you, put your money on it, because that's a recipe for you to blow yourself up, right? Don't copy people, because everyone's got different appetites and risk management and all kinds of stuff. So this is more educational than telling you where to put your money. Make sure you got that straight first. Copy trading is how you blow up. I can tell you that for sure. And most of us can tell you that. Well, we got Benja, Meta long. Yeah, it's okay. It's going long, but it's not a great pattern. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can see it hit the level, came down, ABCD kind of pattern, but where would you enter? It's getting choppy. This was a deep kind of wick, but right after a very bearish candle, and it was more than anything else, just indecision, right? It's not a hammer. Then you have this one. This is more of a hammer, but realistically, it should be a deeper hammer. It should get out of this choppy zone. You see all that? Should really go further below 640. It did not, so there's no entry. And then it's just chopping and going. So there's no entry. Even though it looks nice. It looks pretty, right? But where's the entry?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And entries are all about risk management, guys. If you enter, you got to know exactly where you can put your stop, as in you put your stop where the trade is no longer valid. You have this idea, it's bouncing off a level, so you put your stop on the other side of the level. If it loses the level, that means your trade is no longer valid. You stop out. That's it. So that's the point about setup and entry and risk management. If you can't figure that out on a stock chart, then don't touch that stock chart. Wait for it to set up. And on Meta here, no, I don't see it. Definitely not.
Question here from RM. My questions regarding options and stocks is so to tell when stock hits a price, basically know the stop. I gotta read that again. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
So regarding options and stocks is so to tell when a stock hits a price, basically know the stop. Maybe I don't know enough about options, but I don't get the question. I'll let you take a shot at it.
I think he's talking about mapping the options price with the underlying price. And
Okay.
yeah. So take it this way. The way I do that, if you're talking about mapping, the way I do it is I actually don't watch the options chart at all. I don't bother with it. I'm watching the stock chart. And my thesis on a trade is based on a stock chart. It's based on a setup at a level and all those things. And so if the stock price goes to where I would stop out, then I hit the stop out button on the option because I'm just buying the option, right? And so the option will go up and down. It doesn't exactly mimic the stock price. It depends. You're going in the money, out of the money, expiration dates, all that stuff has an influence on how closely and how far away the option mimics the underlying price. So a lot of times I like those options that mimic it closely, but again, it's not a precise thing. So realistically, what you should be doing is making sure you have a trade book and a trade plan on the underlying stock. And when that trade book, when it hits the stop loss on that trade book, you hit the button to exit that options position. That's your stop out. So that's the way I do it. Now, this is purely day trading. If you're doing more traditional options trading, you're doing hedging and spreads and various things, well, that's a different world. I hope that helps answer your question. I think that's what you're asking. Anyways, man, I should have taken that Tesla trade. I'm sitting here talking about it.
It's going, man. A lot of things somewhat bouncing back a little bit. Apple turning around. Not as great as Tesla, right? Tesla has a bigger move, but yeah, things are trying to end the week in a positive note here. AMD moving up, POTR trying to bounce off the 20. I mean, yeah, this is good. My stock getting above 7, so I'm happy with that. Wish I would have had more. QBTS, but that's looking good. ATS, so yeah, things are pushing higher.
Yeah, on the move. Chris S., you've got a question about copy trading. Would you support copy trading if we understand the rationale behind each trade and have proper risk management in place? Absolutely not. I don't. Even though you may understand it logically, don't copy trade. It's gonna hurt. You might get lucky a few times, but it's gonna hurt. Listen, the whole point here of mentors and moderators and all of us, is to facilitate your journey in trading, to help you become an independent trader. As in, you got to be able to have a trade book, consistently be able to execute upon it, be able to go through the bad patches. We got to get you to that point where you're doing this and you're confident in it and you're having a win rate and an RVR percentage that's making profit for you every quarter. We're just facilitating your journey to that point, right? And then, of course, you have the whole community, which is lifelong friendship, basically. So that's it. Copy trading, man, every personality is different. Everyone's got different appetites and temperaments and in different situations in their lives. All kinds of things, man. All kinds of things. Do not get into the details of that. It is just a great big no-no. If you want to try it, man, that's on you. But I'm going to firmly say no. Even in my mentorship group, if anyone starts really doing that, I would give them 1 or 2 warnings and then tell them I can't work with you anymore. I'm not here to help you copy trade. No way. I would be doing you a big disservice. No way.
It works till it doesn't, and then it doesn't work at all. So
yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah.
I remember, man, when I first started trading, I went through it was like 3 days, 3 or 4 days. I remember it was a stretch where I could not buy a win. I'd be like, no matter what I did, the minute I got into something, red. I'm like, crap. So I had like 3 days going like this. I come back that Monday and I'm like, I'm just not gonna. This is early, very early on, guys. Like year 1.5, year 2. I'm just not gonna stop doing my own thing. I'm just gonna follow whatever Andrew does. Whatever trade he takes, I'm gonna take. And man, that did not work. Like I just didn't have again, and Andrew he talks about this. He can give you his trade book, and you're not going to make money off of it because you got to build your own trades, right? Now, what I do in the community is if somebody says, hey, this is moving, right? This is moving. This is getting volume. Okay, I'm gonna take that stock. I'm gonna match it up against my trade book, right? Not just gonna blindly go long or short. I'm gonna match it up against my trade book, my criterias. Okay, I do see a 5-minute RB trade for me here. I can take this trade. Very, very different. See, I'm doing my own analysis against my own trade book, but I'm not just gonna go long because someone said they're gonna go long or short. You have to do your own analysis, right? Now that can become pretty fast the more experience you get, right? Somebody might look at a trade, you might be able to look at it even quicker and quicker and quicker every time and make a decision. But you have to be honest with yourself. Are you really doing the analysis? Are you going through the steps of your trade book, or are you just jumping in, just following someone? So you got to be honest with yourself. If you're following someone, you're going to fall on your face pretty hard eventually. So just be mindful of that.
Yep, absolutely. There is no free money in the world. And copy trading, it sounds like free money, right? But it's not. It's not. Absolutely not. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, Apple making a move. Tesla, as expected, getting choppy where you'd expect it to get choppy. Look at this, 414. Where was that 414 before? That was firm support, broke down. Now it's right back out there. If it breaks up there, then the trade is still on. Otherwise, you could take a break, even stop out on this. I mean, that's the way I would manage this. So
yeah.
It's an interesting spot. Then you're off to 416. I would put my major target. 415, I'd probably get a little bit off. Something like that. Yeah.
Every time I look at that Tesla chart, I can't recall when I seeing such a weird start to the day on these 5-minute candles, right? It's just so weird to look at Tesla do that for such a long period of time. Like you see it for the first hour, maybe not even like the first 15, 30 minutes, but to go for almost for an hour and a half like this is strange.
Yeah. Yeah, damn shame. Again, your trade book that you build out for your own trading should also tell you a lot about when not to trade. And that's what you do 95% of the time when you're here at the markets, you're watching stuff. 95% of the time is not trading. It's waiting for your setup. So your trade book better be very clear, telling you when not to trade, as in your setup should be really precise. So only when it comes, you trade it, which you will get many opportunities every day. Like 5, 10, that's a lot of opportunity already. It's not going to be, 5 in a row or 5 in the first 5 minutes or something like that. No. Don't trade. And this Tesla stuff, overlapping candles, wicks on both sides, this is telling me, don't touch me. I'm going to bite.
Absolutely. Question in chat. I don't see where to join Bearable Traders. Oh, let's look at it. Let's look at it together. So head over to bearabletraders.com, right? You can find tons of information right on here. So again, over here, bearabletraders.com. I'm going to click on it with you. You're going to come down here. You're going to go to the bottom, and you're going to see all the memberships that we have available for you here. Highly recommend, guys. This is my recommendation, right? If a friend comes to me saying, hey, I want to check out the community, just do the basic monthly. Hop in here, pay the $99, get access to a bunch of cool stuff. And then try it out for a month. A week is great, but I don't think you're going to get the full benefit of what the entire community is. Just bite the bullet for a month. Join the chat room. Join the onboarding class on Monday. Look at Avi's information. That new class Avi's going to put on that he's talking about is going to be available to you as well. That should be, what, Avi, like 3 weeks or less?
Yeah, let's put that time frame in. Yep.
Okay. So if you join now for the monthly, you'll get access to that. And you get a good feel. You get a good feel for what the community is like. So click on there, bearabletraders.com, join now, and join the party. And then if you like what you see, if you find value, which again, you are going to find value. I mean, we know what's out there. You are going to find value. Quickly save yourself some money and go for some other of the more longer term packages. You got 50% off here. It's going to save you tons of money for the entire year. So that's what we recommend that you do if you're interested in the community.
Yes. Awesome. Best thing I ever did, guys. Best investment I've ever made, and it paid back financially tremendously already. And it's only been 5 years. And also on another side of things, I've found a family that I didn't even know I had. There you go.
Awesome. Sweet, sweet.
Fantastic.
See if we have any questions we haven't answered. I think we covered all the questions here. If you guys got questions, throw them out there. Avi and myself will get to them as we look for what's happening with the market. Tesla's what we're looking at right now, struggling a little bit. But yeah, let us know if you have any questions. Avi, any plans for this weekend? What's going on?
First order of business is to get some sleep.
Yes, of course. Of course. Your kids are older though, right? Well, how old are your kids now?
They're 6 and 7, so yeah, a little older than yours. I
Okay,
think. Or you're
okay.
about that.
Yeah, well, no, my oldest is 12, right? My daughter's 12,
Oh.
and then I got a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old. So they're starting to get into that good sleep routine where they go through the whole night. Once in a while, they wake up. Like my daughter woke up at 4 in the morning. Yeah, this morning for no reason. But we're getting more consistent sleep, which is nice, man. I gotta say, it's real nice. So
It is.
happy about that.
Yeah, it's great when they don't kick you all night and somehow they can find a way to sleep in their
Yeah.
own bed. And I can actually sleep. I haven't slept in 5 years, and now I can sleep a little. So something like that. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. So gonna take it easy this weekend and get rested and get fit for the working week again. So do it
It's
that
gonna be
way.
a busy week, especially for you. This is like Tesla. We got Apple. We have Microsoft earnings. I mean, it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah.
Meta, right? And that's all gonna be on Wednesday. So looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Gonna be good. Here we go. I think Tesla might be finally pushing out of that 414 zone at the moment. It's just making mildly new highs. If it breaks
Yeah.
414, then we're into the chop zone where it was earlier, and ideally it goes to the other end of the range. So you can see it took about 10-15 minutes struggling through, but let's see. What about you, Carlos? What's your weekend strategy?
I got gymnastics with my younger daughter, soccer on Sunday with my son, and that's what's planned right now. So something will come up, but the mornings now are not mine anymore. I'm like, as they get older, things will get easier. Then just all these events start happening. Like we gotta do this, we gotta do that. I'm like, wait a minute, when do I get my time back? But no, yeah, it's a bunch of stuff happened today. V, no, I got one. My oldest a girl, my middle one is a boy, and then I have the youngest one is a girl. So 2 girls, 1 boy. It's the mix.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Even when you want to take it easy, you don't really have it to yourself. But it's great. The childhood is only it's only a one-time thing, so be there with
Oh,
it.
you got it. Goes fast, man. You gotta enjoy it. Gotta enjoy it, no question.
Oh yeah.
Any more kids? No. Whoa, no more. I'm done now.
No, more kids. Funny. We got a few was it Melanie? You're in the mosh pit with teenagers. Love it. I would be happy to go find a good mosh pit tonight or tomorrow. Go to find some good heavy music. Why not? It's been
Yeah,
a while since I did that. Just loosen up a little after all this financial market stuff and then refresh the mind and everything. Oh, there goes
yeah,
Tesla.
yeah. Man,
Yeah.
Tesla is nice. Look at Meta too. Meta is also pushing higher here, trying to it's just cracked the high of the day right now. So this stock has been pretty active, man. Pre-market, we had the $8 drop out of nowhere, right? Then it all happened. It came out that was actually good news, not bad. So I don't know why the drop took place. Again, just people reacting to something without all the details yet. And then look at this now, man. Just breaking high of the day. Man, Meta's been just great. So if you've been watching this and trading this, you're doing pretty good if you're on the bullish side today on Meta. And Tesla recently. Look at Tesla, man, going to the VWAP.
There it is. That's the
Yeah,
ripper.
Tesla's ripping.
415, right in the middle of the range. A lot of people like to take some of it off if you're trading ranges. Take some halfway through the range. especially when it's a big range like this. Yeah. Nice. There you go.
Yeah, we're live. We're live on YouTube. We answer your question live, so we're not algos or bots. Definitely live.
We're not bots, and you know how I know about Carlos is because in 2019, when I first got involved with BBT, I was watching him in the pre-market show. His beard was all black.
Yes,
Now it's
it was. This is what happens after you start trading and increasing size. Look at this, and making mistakes and taking losses, man. It's starts changing on you.
There you
Oh
go.
man, that's what happens. That's trading after a couple of years.
Uh, there you
Oh
go.
man, it's
Still looking good,
it's
Carlos.
been some time. Been some time.
Yes, it has been.
And kids, says Melanie. Absolutely, kids would do that to you.
Mhm. Yeah,
Tesla. Ooh,
there we go.
goodness.
There we go. Top of the range, 416 is the
Mm-hmm.
big target in my head. But let's see. And then if it's strong above that, well, that's another story. There we go. Somebody catch that. I wish I took it. I was talking about it, just not in the right headspace to take it. But oh man, what a rip. Anyway, so hope a lot of you got that.
Very, very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Helen, the way I trade, I would have taken some off at probably 415, probably 20% of my position, and the rest at 416 is the way I would target this. And then when I take it off at 415, I'll probably trail the 5-minute candle there. Most likely. This is a wide range. That's why I would treat it this way. Something like that. But again, that's just me.
ABR says my beers are already gray, meaning I should stay away from day trading. No, it just means you're much wiser. You're gonna make less mistakes than I did. So you should start. You should definitely start. You're ahead of the game, my friend. Ahead of the game. Oh man.
Why do you think I keep a clean shaven look? I don't want
Yeah,
people to see
yeah.
the gray beard.
The
No, no, no,
grays.
no. I'm gonna hide that for now, while I can.
Oh man, I tell you, it's something.
Fun.
Good fun. Spies push. I know you don't look at Spy, but Spies pushing higher could be driving some of these moves that we're seeing to the upside. They started going like at 11, right? So that move's still continuing, trying to get to a new high of the day. Still far away from it, but you can see that it's pushing higher. That could be increasing some of the moves that we're getting right now too, on Tesla and the other ones on here. So
Yeah, Spy looking very strong since about 11:15.
yep.
Yeah. Got a question here about Apple. What do I think about Apple? I think it's a mess. I wouldn't touch it. It's responding to these levels, but it's not giving you a setup.
Mhm.
Again, most of your setup should tell you when not to trade, and this is telling me don't touch it. Forces. Aspiring day trader. Nice name. Yeah. See, the trade book that I like is generally go from one target to the other. But like I said, after 415 on Tesla, I would probably, most likely, I would put this exit right below the current 5-minute candle, or half. Let's just call it halfway of the previous big candle right there. So I won't give off too much unrealized gains if it wants to, pull back below 415. Right now, it's doing that. Otherwise, the major target that I would have in mind is 416. So you're protecting a lot of your unrealized, as well as holding it on for the bigger target. That's the way I think about it, at least. Wahid is saying, when you became a consistent after start? For me, it was about 3 years in. But I don't think it needs to be 3 years for everybody. I think I was reckless up front. So, Be a responsible adult and shit.
Same. I think now the time frame is much less than what it was for us, man. Because if you go back, and you start really looking at it, you're like, you know what? That was not as disciplined as I thought I was being disciplined now, right? But at that point, you're just like, oh man, I'm disciplined. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not being disciplined. So that's the realization I had to come to as well. Like, no, you're being reckless. You're taking stuff. You're averaging down. You know, no, you're not doing what you're supposed to here. So I think it'll be a lot less, especially with the right mindset. Like, you know, I keep telling people, and we talk about this in the onboarding class, guys, which again, today, great time to sign up for that because we're doing that on Monday night. So sign up for the onboarding class Monday night at 8 p.m. You know, we can answer more of these questions like Avi's doing here. So we are. So join us there. But, you know, I tell people, like, start with the goal of, and we spoke about this this week too, start with the goal of part-time. You want to be a part-time trader. You know, it's a part-time gig. You know, see where it goes. Don't put the pressure to have to, you know, be successful right away or perform to be able to pay for bills. Start part-time. We got a great course, funded account. We got all these things to help you start part-time. It doesn't have to take you 3 years if you do this right. You know, as simple as that. So it could take you a lot less. So just take the steps, follow the process, and you'll be all right.
Yeah. Start with the achievable goal, which is part-time. Makes sense. You don't put too much pressure on it. And on top of that, now you got all kinds of tools and support systems and communities and mentors and the funded accounts. And oh my goodness. Again, all this stuff I wish was available 5 years, 6 years ago. But you guys have it here. So as long as you're a decently responsible adult, you should be all right. You know, it shouldn't take that long. There you go.
Tesla's. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just watching NVIDIA. It really did a good breakdown, hit the level I'm interested in. So now we'll see what happens. But
oh man,
yeah,
what's
Tesla
going on with
will do it.
NVIDIA? I just saw that. I haven't looked at NVIDIA this in a while. Look at this. It broke down again. What's the next level you have on here? Oh, you're on it right now.
Yep, it just hit 144.30, and
Okay,
let's see
yeah.
if something happens. I'll move the levels down, and the next level further down below 144.30 is, man, let's zoom out a bit and have a look. Where is it? 142.76. So let's see, going there, not going there. Let's see. Interesting things happen at levels, but yeah, Tesla. So I was telling you guys earlier, right? I would trail the previous, or basically put it halfway through the big bullish candle. Would have hit the exit about a minute ago, and would have had a decent trade out of it. That would have taken maybe 30 minutes, and you get half of the big range. So, yeah, I'd be satisfied with this if I took it. Now we'll see. Maybe it comes back to 413, makes a big double bottom. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see.
Yeah. Nvidia down almost 2% for the day. So it looks to go lower here. All right, I'm getting all out on QBTS because we just went below 7. I've been holding this almost the entire morning. I don't want to go through. I don't want to go past 12, and then we got other stuff happening later in the day. I don't want to be holding this and looking at it. So, you know, after a while, you just kind of get like tired of looking at it. Even though it's going in your direction slowly, just kind of doesn't it get exhausted sometimes? Like, you know, I had enough. You know, like from, you know, that's how I feel with this one right now. Like it's enough. Let's start the weekend.
Nice. Yeah, you get exhausted. Let it go. Put on range orders or shut it down. Either way.
Right. Or yeah, put our. The issue with me is, and then you learn so much when you start trading. You learn so much about yourself. The issue with me is that I'll put a range order, I'll put a stop order, you know, and I will still look at it. I will still pull up my phone and see how it's doing. Like I can't help it, but now look at something like I just get out of it. You know, if it's a swing trade, long term stuff, no problem. I can go weeks without looking at it, but when it's a day trade, man, and I don't have much left. It's not like a big risk anymore. I still got to look at it. There's something about it, right? So,
No, I'm with you. I know. Know yourself.
It's just interesting the way things work, man. I can't wake up on time, you know, at 5 o'clock to make sure the kids are ready. I always wake up like 5:15, hit the alarm a couple of times. But if I hold something overnight that I know I shouldn't have, trust me, I'll be up at 3:30 a.m. by myself with no alarm, checking what happened, disclaimer, I haven't done that in a while, but trust me, when I used to, 3:30, I'm waking up like, 30 more minutes to see if I'm gonna be in the hole or not. We've been there, friends. Trust me, we've been there. We know what this is like. There's nothing new out there that we have not experienced. We've been doing this for way too long, man. Awesome stuff.
Fantastic. Yep, done the same a few times with the crypto holdings over the years. Oh my good, can't sleep. Anyways, that was, you learn your lessons.
Absolutely. Jetty, so you asking the question. No, we're only on YouTube right now, so we're not on Bearable Traders. Bearable Traders, if you go to the chat room, you got Thor finishing up now at 12, so we got to head out too. But you got Thor live now, so another moderator will be going on shortly in the chat room. So this section with Avi and me between 11 and 12 is only going to be here on YouTube. This is why you don't find it in the Bearable Traders members chat. So friends over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Great having some offline chat here with you guys about trading and the backside of things. And have a great weekend. We enjoyed ourselves pretty good this morning. Great trading to end the week. SPY's pushing higher. Things are moving. I mean, Abby, we had a great week, man. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's been a blast. It's been a blast. It's been awesome. A lot of great interaction here with you guys on YouTube, as well as the market provided opportunities. We survived and we thrived and had fun along the way. So now it's time to enjoy the weekend. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Carlos. Thanks, everybody here. Be sure to come back on Monday. And we'll stay through the day. Yeah.
Take care, guys. If you want to know more about Avi's and his mentorship, the link is there in chat, so take a look at that. It has all the information on there. bearwithtraders.com. You get tons of stuff. Join my onboarding class on Monday night. Hit that thumbs up. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys next week. Take care, guys.
Awesome. See you guys. Take care.